welcome to Copernicus Corner. I'm back over in Watcher of Realms. Just kind of messing around, seeing what's going on. I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and head over to the faction area here, Hyperion, and see what today's faction raid is. I think I may have checked this earlier. Ah, yes, Trial of the Infernal. And I think I was not able to do it, but I'll try again and we'll just have a look at it. This morning I got a notification that I've been accepted to the content creator program for Watcher of Realms, so that was a cool little thing. Otherwise, I've been busy doing various real life things today. Very entertaining day overall. Right now I'm at my son's comics and card shop, and there's a D&D game going on in the room beside me. Now, what shall I do here, I wonder? Last time I tried this, I think I had tried placing various people in the way of the monsters, and that was ineffective. Putting Xena over to attack this boss was also ineffective at that time, and it may be again. But I think I want to try it anyway, I just feel like it's the best bet, I think, maybe to try to get that boss down. And so, unfortunately, this guy here is the only guy that I've got that can do any blocking of any kind. He's the only melee guy that I have that that I have at all. Unfortunately, he can't, or that's in this faction, but he can't actually have any healing, except for the healing that comes from himself. It's a real conundrum, I would say. I don't really have any good answers for it, and I suspect that all I'm gonna do is more dying, which is, it's what I did last time. It's what I intend to do again, I think. But I'm gonna give it a go, and we'll see if we can do anything at all useful here. Unfortunately, I mean, it's not great. Oops. And then I played that at the wrong time, so yeah, it's not looking wonderful. I don't think there was going to be a good way to do this, but certainly I've managed to do it in a bad way. That's fairly useless there. I could put her here, but what good would it really do? Nothing. It would do no good whatsoever. Can I even kill one of them for my guidance? That's the real question here. Taking cancer. Do you know what? It would be cool if I had managed. I wonder what if I put him here? Will his attack hit both? I don't know. Kind of curious about it. This won't help much putting her there. I don't think I'm going to. On the other hand, who am I going to put out? Salil, Azoth, both of them are very, very low level. What good would it really do? I may as well put her here and see if we can just kill anything, really. We killed one guy. That's not phenomenal. I don't know, but I will get to find out if Cetrum can hit down to the bottom or not. Perhaps, or perhaps not. Yes, can find that out. Excellent. And it looks like it's not doing so well. Guess I can throw Azoth out up here. Try to hit some more of those guys before the ultimate demise momentarily. But on the other hand, we do have a lot going on up there with the boss, and we were able to get her down, which is pretty cool. And it means that there is some possibility if I could just keep the guy at the bottom alive a little longer, and then I would be able to finish this. Unfortunately, um, I only have the two melee guys in this faction. So putting the one up at the top won't help at all. What is he called? I don't even remember his name. The robot that blows up. Um, no use whatsoever. The only thing I could do to try to get this faction trial would be to, well, okay, leveling any of them would help. Let's try filtering. Let's filter for those infernals. I think this might be infernals. Maybe. Yes, that's infernals. So yeah, the only thing I could do is try to level these guys up a little bit. I really don't have a lot of interest in leveling up the majority of them. Maybe I could, what does it take to star her up? Doesn't take much. I guess I could star her up. I don't like her. Really, she's, I had to use her, at the beginning, but I never really was a fan, honestly, um, in any way of her. But, could star her up. Otherwise, I mean, it's not great. Just kind of looking. Could upgrade Nocturne, and that would be helpful. But I don't know that I have enough to actually. Yeah, I can't get him to max by any stretch of the imagination and get him, you know, almost halfway to max. I can max out this guy. He's pretty terrible. But a couple more levels could be enough to get us there. So let's go ahead and get him up, even though he's quite unpleasant. He's not wonderful. Do I want to even waste these on him? Not really. I guess I can. It's painful. It's a hard decision, honestly. I suppose I can, just for the faction trial. Let's go for it. Alright, so all of his stats went up a little bit more. Let's throw some more into him. Why not? Why not waste all of my remaining XP potions? There we go. Sure. Moving along. It's great. Alright, in that case, let's go give it another go. Now that I have, made poor use of my resources. I may as well see if I can get any advantage from it whatsoever. However, I need to go to the right button. It's very difficult for me for some reason to find faction trials. There it is. It's in the reads. Alright, Trial of the Infernal. Let's try it again. This time with gusto. Alright. We're gonna try the same concept again, I think. It was not wonderful, but it was acceptable to do it this way. I don't know if I'll take exactly the same strategy again, but I do think I want to hold at the bottom. I don't really want to hold at the bottom, but I think it might be the best way to go. But let's try putting Setram here and get him going right away. Better or worse, I'm not sure, but we've got Brienne here. I don't know if not Brienne. This is Maureen actually. Brienne is much better than Maureen. But we've got her there. Let's go ahead and start with that. Then we've got to keep in mind that we have to get the tank down next. And I think maybe we put the tank here instead of the one forward that we had in before, because if he's here, then we can pause them in an area where everybody can hit just a little bit more than they could. So let's give that a go. And the goal of the moment is to just try to kill that boss, I think, as quickly as possible. And then if I can get some DPS going on these guys, maybe. We'll see how that goes. Not really sure what the best way to lay this out is, but just do the best we can under the circumstances. It's not looking really great, but then again, I didn't really expect it to, so there's that, I suppose. He's doing all right, all things considered. The little dude down there, whatever his name is, robot guy. I won't say that I love it, but I don't hate it. It's kind of where I've got to be at the moment. Unfortunately, still not even sufficient, honestly. We're gonna stick her there and put her into DPS mode for what that's worth. Regardless, the dude is gonna get by. Now I've got Xena up here. She should have been taken back up already, and I failed to do that. So that's a shame. Now, he did great at getting some attention there. That's impressive. I didn't expect that to happen at all. It's ultimately of no consequence, but I'm just kind of thrilled that we actually managed to kill the boss. I feel like that was a much better success rate than expected. Got one of those guys down. It's not bad, really. Not bad. The fact that we even managed that is pretty significant. It's definitely better than previously. I can stick her out for the moment. Got nothing better to do there. If I can get this one out again, Xena, before the end, then perhaps we can even not quite lose right away. Come on, we'll see how it goes. I might be able to defeat this this round. I hope so. We've got it now. So that's not too bad, actually. Almost made it through. Probably if I had done things a little bit differently, if I'd gotten Xena picked up quick enough, I could have made that. That's awesome. Nothing to do with either of those right now. Gotta wait for a moment. It was very slow for a little longer. I'm gonna at least speed this up a little bit. Alright, not that one. This one is the one we're gonna do next. Alright, there we go. And Xena will kick in a moment, and then he'll be done. So, alright. Hey Cody, how you doing, man? Oh yeah, it's definitely trial and error. Only one of them got through, and I feel like that was pretty reasonable. I wasn't going for the no heroes killed thing or anything like that because I'm not that unreasonable. I know, that I don't really have a great group for it, so I really need either I can level that guy up, whatever I don't remember his name, but I'm pretty unimpressed with him. But if I could level him up, I could probably manage it. So we got 19 of these Might Insignia 2s and 180 XP potions for that. But yeah, that's kind of how I feel about it. It's I can either use Xena for the DPS at the top and kill the name, or I can use Xena to block. Trouble is, the blocking is that's really kind of a no-go if you don't have DPS at the top, and I don't have the DPS to take out the the name without putting Xena up there, and I don't have a blocker that's sufficient to the task. So it's one of those deals, you know. Tried it a number of different ways, and I just think that's just got to be what it's got to be sometimes. All right, let's see here. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do the auto battle on this trial again over here. I might could even finish this one out, but I'm not that involved, you know, in this. I'm not that invested. So we're just gonna go auto fight this in the background. Not worry too much about the faction trial at the moment. I think I've got to focus on other things. The time that I've got. Cody says, yeah, it's a pick and choose kind of deal. Absolutely is. It's just not one that I'm quite ready to, you know, to be able to do yet. So, all right, what do we got for quests? We got clear faction trial on any difficulty one time. Yeah, we got that, no problem. I'll go check in the Dwarven Merchant Dwarven Association. He doesn't have anything of interest. However, you know what? While I'm there, I should go check around and see if there's anything here I need. Doesn't really look like it. I think I'm okay. So out of there. And then I'm gonna go do some summons over here. I've got some of these rare summoning crystals. I've got 7 of them, so let's see what I can grab out of here. Alright, looks like we got a Screef. 2-star marksman. Can't trust this foe. This vile goblin will lead you into the dark before plugging you with his daggers. Indeed, indeed. It's such a strange thing to me that he's a marksman who plugs you with the daggers in the dark. Very strange. Here we have Jonas. He's a 2-star fighter. Your classic drunkard with a spear. He may be a deserter, but he sure can bolster himself in a fight. Ah, Cody says, Bugajoa got Eovar, I see. That's definitely awesome for him. Absolutely. Oh, really? Gogo got Eovar as well? That's awesome. I have not gotten Eovar. I got Barclay. He's a 3-star fighter. When deployed, Barclay raises the defense of nearby elements. His pipe grants him a decent range. I've never actually used Barclay to my knowledge. I've gotten Barclay plenty of times. What do we have next here? We have Bolroot, the 3-star fighter from the Watcher faction. Bolroot is a roughneck faction leader of the Watch Guard. His mechanical fists wreak havoc with burn damage. This is a pretty good early game lord to have. My Arrival of Heroes went up to rank 11. It had been 11 for a while, and then I dropped down to 12, I think, today. Alright, so here we have Liam, the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Unshakable and accurate, Liam can attack multiple enemies simultaneously from an impressive distance. Cool. Very good, very good. Liam, green guy. We need green guys. Liam's our guy. And next we have Glenn, 3-star defender. Devout to the holy life, this reliable defender turns to prayer in order to deflect and reduce damage. Yes. I've known some other folks who turn to prayer to deflect as well. Maybe even reduce damage. Alright, we've got Cutter, the 2-star marksman from the Piercer faction. Cutter launches poison-laced daggers with ease, but downs losers with less grease than an ox. Alright, we're out of summoning shards for the moment. I could use summoning crystals rather. I could use some diamonds if I wanted to. But I think I'll wait. I may do some later, but I'm not there yet. Cody says, yeah, ancients are tough because there's only pity on lords. No normal regular sad bit on ancients. Oh, ancients being the ones that are in the red special ancient summoning thing. Yeah, it's definitely didn't get me much love over there whenever I tried it with the ones that I had, but that's okay. Still got I got somebody pretty good, I think. Laya. Leia seems like she's gonna be good. I did a little bit of leveling up with her and promoted her and things like that. Alright, so here we got 300 XP and 18 Shelter Insignia 2s from the background arena, or not arena. This is called Pantheon fight. Okay, I don't think that I have anything that I can actually do with that right now. Not enough Not enough of the tokens for that. Now back over to Beirut, we have some fun things, primarily these auto attack chances. I like to get those when I see them. So let's get 5 auto attack chances for 20,000 gold. We'll get 10,000 gold immediately back for making one purchase in the black market of the Dwarven Association for our daily. So that's not a bad trade right there. We also have something with the Gold Dragon Pass. We've got make one purchase in the black market of the Dwarven Association. We get 200 gold dragon tokens for that. Cody says, yeah, Leia is a very nice lord. She's for one of the best factions. Yes, she is very nice, and I thought it would be very good to replace Aang when I'm just putting him in for the lordship qualities. She's better, so I think that would be a good replacement. Alright, so got all that done. What do we have going in? You know, two things. One is I want to say the tide, but that's not what I'm trying to say. The other thing that's not the tide, and it's not in this window either. It's over in the war room. That's what it is, war room. We've got the Void Rift over here. And it looks like I have a thumbs up here in the normal. I'm sure that's meaningful in some way. So here we go. Cody says, remember you got Void Rift again? Yes, yes indeed. Olog will join my team in the Void Rift. Great. I've heard about Olog. There's Scuttlebutt says Olog is good, so we'll see. We'll see how I feel about him when I get him. Okay. Got a void chest, Norman. Excellent. I'm sure we love it. Let's come over here to the skeleton guy. No one shall elude the relentless ambush of the Shadow Keeper. Kill the Adjudicator for it devours souls and keep the other monsters' death locations away from the Adjudicator's path. Oh boy, one of these. I love these. Alright, so on all of these grates, you can't stick any melee fighters. You can only stick them on the solid pads. You also can't stick them on the dark gray platforms. You can only stick them on the light gray platforms. So we have particular placements of folks here that can be done. And we have the Adjudicator, who is a ranged fellow wearing light armor. After a monster's death, its soul remains in place. The Shadow Keeper or the Adjudicator can approach and devour 4 souls to restore HP and increase attack. The minion of the Shadow Keeper, offering souls for the Shadow Keeper's torment and pleasure. Cody says he's really good at taking it out, really good at block. That's good. Is he better or worse than Regulus? Because Regulus is pretty nice. We've got Cleaver here. Few have ever seen his two-faced. Its ferocious habit of slicing enemies into pieces has earned him the name of the Cleaver. And then we have some skeletal giant shielders. So we've got heavy armor, light armor, common armor, and a couple of ranged guys. Okay. Go to engage in battle. And so Olog is going to be joining us. Let's actually see. I did get that lady, the aforementioned lady, who increases people's everything by some wonderful amount, who's in the same faction. See if I can find her anywhere. I'm so incredibly bad at seeing things. It's a shame, really. You know, I don't really think I have her leveled up yet, possibly. Maybe she's, yeah, there she is, down here. Down at level 16. I don't know that she's going to do anything for us at that level. I mean, her lord ability will still work, though, so we can still stick her in and all that. But, so here's what she does. Increases faction team members' basic attributes by 15%. Periodically increases faction team members' damage and healing bonus by 50% for 20 seconds. The more faction allies there are on the team, the more frequently it takes effect. When any faction member is healed, their damage will increase by 25% for 10 seconds. So it's pretty good. Cody says that Olog is better. He's used in more content. And Regulus is actually a pretty mid-tier tank. Really, he seems like he would be good. You know, I looked at his stuff. I haven't really used him much yet, but he's held up very well when I have. So... Alright, let's see what we got going here. I think I will actually replace close aim with her. Perhaps maybe not, because it looks like I don't have a lot of melee units in my current group. And I feel like I probably need a few. I don't remember already what the map looks like. This is a shame. Um, But I think we had light armor and heavy armor. I feel like the platforms were arranged in a certain way. And so what if I do some replacements here of some of these folks? This is actually quite a not beautiful team I've got going at the moment. I'm not loving it. I think it's looking better by the minute. I don't know if I need another healer or not. I think I got a decent distribution here. I'll change out Leyland for Yedril. Actually, maybe though, because Anai doesn't have that great of a spread on her spells. I haven't really given Greed a good chance yet. I keep wanting to, and then I end up not really doing it. It's like I halfway do it. I feel like there were like 6 platforms out there. And so I think that's going to be more than enough. Now I have Camille here, and I don't know that I need Camille in this. Maybe I'll throw Hollow in there. Now that means that we've gone down to 3 in the Watcher faction and 3 in the Nightmare faction. I'm not sure if I want Mari. There are advantages to Mari. I end up often finding that I prefer others. And maybe I actually want to throw Baron in there. And then I will trade out and for level 16 over here and get that bonus there. Is it a good idea? I don't know. I mean, this could work, it could not work. We'll see. Looks like our team is well beyond what they suggest, which is 120,000. So let's go ahead and give this a go and see what happens. I kind of think the new Lord ability there is pretty awesome. Okay, so we got that group coming up here. And so, what if I just chunk Baron here to Flint? And then I can put Arrogance behind him. Maybe. Let's look again in a second to see where all we can actually place these folks. Okay, so we have quite a few places that we're going to be able to put people. And it makes sense to me, I think, to put Idrin over there to the northwest of where Baron is. And then we could put Arrogance behind him. Now there's going to be something about, I don't know, eating bodies and whatnot like that. So we don't want any of that going on as soul leaders. So it would be good probably to distract this thing before it gets there. I wonder if Wrath could accomplish that feat. Let's see. Let's see if he can stop him on his way by or not. And if I do I want to put... Maybe I want to put Dao Chen here. And then she can hit all of them. And for now, we could probably put her into the defensive stance. And we could put this girl, Idril, really anywhere and facing any direction. Okay, we've got them facing that way, so why don't I put her here and face her this way? It's not really necessary to do. Maybe I put her over here and face this way. That's fine. All right. All right, we've got a guy coming down from there, and I want to put him. You know, it's a tough call, really. Um, Maybe I actually put him here. Yeah, how about it? We put him here. Hmm, not sure that's the right choice, but hey, it's the choice I'm going with. Let's do it. All right. Well, it's been fun so far. Okay, now we have over here a nice little area for Setrum, I think. Feels like that'll work pretty well there. Let's go ahead and use her ability to hit this. Solely the person there. And then I think let's go ahead and double time this because I think they are expecting it to take a little longer because we're supposed to be not quite so high level during this whole event. I will face him up. And then everybody is up to their maximum attack speed bonus. And we've got, you know what, let's go ahead and just use his thing and he can blow them all up real quick. So I don't think it's ultimately going to matter. We've got that one incoming. And another one on the other side. Cody says he'll work for a tank, but definitely better options for Regulus. Yeah. You know, I would like that Malvira or whatever her name is. She looks really good. I don't know if she would be, but I saw her in arena and she looked like she was doing a good job. As far as defenders go. Kind of curious if we could go over there, but we can't. So, all right. You are the best gifts for the Shadowkeeper. Kill the Adjudicator before it devours souls and keep the other monsters' death locations away from the Adjudicator's path. Well, that's easier said than done, but that's okay. You know, what would be very cool is if you could actually see where these guys spawn from. Like, if it just, like, highlighted the portal that they'll come from or something like that when you click on the guide. That would be awesome. As it is, you just kind of have to make assumptions and then play it and find out what happens, which is fine, but it would be cool if you could find out which ones they come from when you click on them. So yeah, Thievers, Skeleton, Giant Shielders, and Adjudicator. So basically, it's all melee except for the Adjudicator. So, yeah, not bad. Light armor, heavy armor, all of the above. Cody says Malvira is like 4th or 5th best tank in the game. She's really good and actually can do decent damage. Yeah, she looks like it. I would like to try her out sometime for sure. I didn't pay attention to how many platforms. We're going to go back and have another look at that. Alright. Looks like we have a total of probably 6 platforms, maybe 7. That one there in the middle is questionable. 6, 7. We've got a number of places we might be able to stick with tank or a melee in general. I don't know if we will be able to or not, but you know what? There's one way to find out. Let's go on. It looks decent. Keep the group we had before. Give it a go. Alright, so Now, going straight across here. So let's start with old arrogance, our trusty sidekick. Um, and then see what happens. Again, I'm not super, familiar with this map or anything. Haven't just started it myself. I feel like it'll be fine. No problem. Could have put arrogance. No, no, it's fine. I think it'll be fine. I'll throw. Now, that's a question, isn't it? I don't actually need to put him there necessarily. I could put him here and then face up, and he would be able to hit everything, and we could still throw somebody like Baron out there successfully and congregate our folks down at the bottom there, because the other option is going to ultimately be putting them on that line over there, which doesn't make a lot of sense. So let's just go this direction, I think, and maybe then put either Baron or Wrath. I mean, unfortunately, that is going to get them in the path of that group. That's a shame. That's okay. I'm not going to worry about it. In fact, what if I just try to kill her instead? Would that be the way to go? Now, I think this range extends. What if I move the man over, put him there, and then it just kills them before they come? Will that work? Maybe. It feels like that's a possibility. Give first equal distance on both sides of the thing, and then, again, I would like to try Greed out. Didn't really get to do that so much last time. Cody says he uses Mulberry and a bunch of content. Yeah, she seemed very much like she would be someone who could use, um, pretty well. Good effect. Now the question is, what do I want to do? Do I just rely on those guys? Perhaps. Perhaps that's what I do. In which case, do I want to put Wrath here? And just assume he will survive the onslaught and do the DPS necessary. Between the three of them, I can't imagine that there's going to be a pile up. So let's just go for it. Don't think I need to use E-Troll on that for any reason. And we'll just throw Greed up there. Giving the attack speed boost. That's very nice to have. We've got another of those incoming. Let's shoot her. Shouldn't be an issue. Double time this. And I think I'll stick Baron out just because I want to have that speed boost, honestly. I'll put it here, I think. Actually, I'm gonna put him here and face that way, I think. Try to kind of cover both sides and stop the progression of the girl, whatever her name is, the one who comes and does things stuff. So let's stick Dao Chan out. She's the adjudicator, I think. Yeah, got there. Took me a minute, but I got there. Oh no, she's feeling Greed. That's sad. Alright. There's so many special effects going that I can't see what's happening. Sad. Haven't even bothered to use Cetrum's thing so far. I'm really not having to use anybody's ultimates. I think I used E-Trolls once. I can, you know what, let's go ahead and use Cetrum's and get that all cleared out. And then, if that's done, let's use E-Trolls and get her taken care of. There we go. Alright, we got a victory. Think that. We want to do the next thing. And here we have. Oh, what's this? Another dude came. Oh, it's my honor to serve you, Commander. That must be Olaf. Cool. Yes, definitely is. Oh, oh, he's not just coming along for the ride. He's actually becoming one of our dudes. All right. So we've got a 4-star defender here. He's from the Northern faction. This larger-than-life defender is nigh unbreakable. Just try and get past his towering shield. All right. Towering shield it is. Olaf. Well, Kira says, good news. You've gained Olaf's loyalty, making our team even stronger. Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Oh, we have to click hero. Left without a choice and luck. Now we have to click on him. Develop Olaf, a powerful defender to fully to. Wow. Let me try that again. Develop Olaf, a powerful defender to its fullest potential swiftly. Doing so expedites your ability to navigate the void, making your explorations more effective. All right, sounds great. We'll work on that. Sure. Let's promote him up some. I'm sure we've got some hints. Alright, we unlocked Silver Shield. Every 12 seconds, casts a shield that can absorb damage equal to 50% of max HP. I mean, that sounds good right there. Let's promote him again. Alright, that's just an attribute increase across the board. Promote him again. And this time, we got another attribute increase. Just a second here. Follow the message. Okay, I see what that is. Got it. Cody says, yep, you just did it. It's awesome. Alright, so we got him as promoted as we can get without going and doing some fights. We'll throw some random gear on him, whatever is available. Looks like that's what's available. And let's see, there might be an artifact to throw on him as well. There we go. Keen Wisdom. When there's an ally within one tile, increases attack by 8%. Sure, sounds great. What upgrades? Sure, we can use some dust to upgrade him once. Yeah, it's 2 skills going on here. It's not beautiful. Shield strength plus 10% on Silver Shield. Alright, cool. Let's call that good then. Gather up some of this stuff. We got 3 flawless meteorites, 5 diamonds, 10 mithril, and 6,500 XP potions. Cody says it's still using tons of content. Well, that's good. Always nice to get somebody that we're going to use for more than once, right? What do we have over there? Oh, it's a little goblin guy with the gold. Are you also eager to seize my treasure? Why, yes, I just love to seize your treasure, Goblin King. The higher the deployed hero's DPS is, the more rewards you will earn. And we have the normal little Goblin Gold map with a Diamond Goblin King. He delves deep from diamonds, amassing untold riches beneath the earth. Then we have the legendary Gold Goblin, followed by the mythic Gold Goblins. The mythic Gold Goblin is obviously better. I don't know. I guess it would be. It's interesting actually, because in this the legendary guy is red and mythic guy is gold, but in everything else the legendary guy is gold and the mythic guy is red. So as far as the color identity goes, right? I would think that would mean that this guy, the legendary guy, would be higher tiered than the mythic guy, but with it being labeled mythic and legendary, then I feel like this guy is going to be the higher tiered of the two. It's obvious though that the mythic one is the better one, because if you look at their stats, they're exactly the same except that this guy has higher HP. So the mythic gold goblin, who is yellow, is obviously the better goblin than the legendary gold goblin, who is red. Interesting. Just food for thought there. But I think they got the colors backwards, what I'm trying to say there, I think. Alright, let's go back here and engage in battle. And, I'm not too terribly concerned about who I use for this battle. But I feel like we can go ahead and again use this level 16 girl over here. Leia? I think it's Leia. I need to start thinking of like, yeah, okay. Leia. We'll go with it. All right. So use her and um I don't know who else do we want to use. Have Morgan there. I think she does pretty well. Again, I want to try Reed more. I feel like I have a lot of melee down there in the nightmare line. Uh, and I think I could switch out. Well, okay, Gluttony is also good though for this. So I don't know. Gluttony is definitely good here. I could switch out Greed for Baron. That might be a good idea. Gluttony definitely does more DPS. And he is going to work just the same as far as triggering that attack speed boost. Cody says, I agree, that is interesting. I think we're talking about the red and gold coloration there. Yeah, definitely appears to be backward to me. And then I think we'll switch out Laurel for Dao Chen and use her boost, her offensive boost, I think. Um, might work a little better than Laurel's. It's definitely got a greater spread, and it's also in the same faction. So that seems all fine and well. Now I could throw in Idril, but I really don't think that she's great for AoE damage, so I think I won't. Anybody else that I'd rather, Maul I think is very good, or will be very good maybe once I get him a little bit better. I don't know if he's phenomenal right now. What if I use this new girl up here? So she is not well tried yet. Nora, is that her name? Possibly that's her name. I can't actually remember what she does. I just remember that I thought she was going to be pretty good. And oh, I see Cody also says Nora. Yes. All right. So let's throw that out there. And I don't know all of their I don't know all of their ranges or anything crazy like that. So let's just toss out. Let's see. It's always tricky. Which one do I put in punk? But I think I'll do arrogance here and then Edrin next this time. Just to, keep things interesting. And then I have to look because who else do I have? Okay. I've got um Wrath, which I can put. Okay, we want to get full spread on arrogance's hits as much as possible while still taking advantage of some of these other guys. So I think we'll put Wrath down here and then Gluttony on the other side. And then, and see, I should have put Agent behind because he can't hit to either side of him. So that was a poor choice on my part. That's alright. Let's take Dao-Chan here. Throw that on. We're definitely limiting the potential for some of these guys with this spread. I do like Morgan, but she hasn't really had a chance to shine. Okay, alright. Well, what if we put him here? He is terrible. Terrible, I say. That's okay. Stick him there anyway. Alright, so now we also have Messina, who's not getting to be pulled out at all. And she does some pretty massive damage when she first gets thrown out there. What does this do? Worm Dog. Activated labor immediately deals 360% AoE damage to up to 10 enemies in range. Then, during the ultimate, increases labor's damage by 120% and expands both its attack range and damage range, lasting for 20 seconds. And that's it's labor's thing. Labor's right there. Alright, so we got those two. Let's just go ahead and do that for funsies. And then then what? You just sit back and watch, I guess, for a whole minute. Try to patiently wait for more goblins to come out. When they get a little bit closer, then I'll use Ethan's ability and blow them up. Uh, we're over halfway through this fight. Son Goku promoted the hero Karosa to, I suppose, to the max level, probably. Congrats to Son Goku. Alright. We've got a lot of blowing up of goblins going on, gold everywhere. Um, I wish that I could place my guys closer to where they come out because I think this is pretty much a route. It's just a matter of watching my little legs walk. I suppose I'll put on double time here. And then if we get a chance to, do any more of these ultimates, I'll just do them immediately because this is at the end of the game. Alright, so finished that off. Got a victory. Uh, Exploration progress, 18%. Let's just look at stats again. So we still have arrogance at the top. It was followed by Adrian, even though Adrian was in front of it. And it was more of an Adrian style fight because there were so many of them. He does better definitely in the AoE fights than Arrogance does. Arrogance is technically single target, but he does a lot of AoE type stuff nonetheless. Then we got Anora next. Alright, so now Anora beat the heck out of Greed as far as damage dealt goes, but also Greed was sort of in a horrible position, so I'm not sure I'm going to count him out. Nonetheless, I feel like Greed needs some work before he's going to be anywhere near his potential. Wrath was low, but of course Wrath didn't get to hit him. Gluttony was also low, same thing. Morgan, I feel like Morgan, I don't know. I gotta do something about Morgan. She's, I don't know. It's like she could be good, but she hasn't been yet. I don't know. She doesn't hit her potential until she's been out for like 60 seconds. But even so, it feels like she should have started blowing some stuff up by then. I guess it was just maybe it was too fast of a fight for her. Maybe she wasn't a good choice for that fight. All right, so we got some of that. Here's some diamonds over here. Grab those, of course. Can we find anything? Nah, nothing over here. All right, now we have this guy right here with his glowing radiation guts. Kill, kill, kill. You shall suffer just as I do, he says. After the blasting corpse dies and explodes, the healing received by surrounding heroes will be significantly reduced. You need to dispel the debuff as soon as possible. Now that is tricky. Dispelling the debuff. That's one that I don't have a lot of. I have Aaron, he dispels debuffs. I feel like I have somebody new who dispels debuffs, or newer, I should say, not new maybe, but newer. I'm gonna look at consult my list here. Do I have, I feel like somebody does. I don't know who. Maybe, no, I don't know. I see Cody says Morgan is more of a Lord bonus champ, sadly they got a buffer. Yeah, she feels like she's got potential. And then, she just consistently has not made it for me yet. I want her to be good, but she hasn't impressed me like I want her to yet. Alright, let's go back to him. I think what we're gonna do is rely on not debuffing and just try to barrel through it. And potentially just DPS through it. So that seems to be what we've got the most of on this team. Alright, we got the Adjudicator. He's gonna eat people's souls. We've got the Ripper. Blasting Corpse is the one who's going to deal damage to nearby enemies and reduce the healing they receive. We're gonna try to not have so much in the way of nearby enemies. That's the goal. Alright. We have one portal to defend. They have 7 portals that they're going to be spawning from, placed all around the area. The adjudicator, I bet the adjudicators are going to come from the back portals. Can't say for sure, but I feel like it's a high possibility. So maybe I have Cetrum. All I have to do really on that, I think, is face Cetrum up from the bottom, and that will allow him to hit both adjudicators. Then I can have, assuming that those are where they're coming from, and then I can have Edril anywhere for anything that I don't get through. So, all right, let's go ahead and engage in the battle. We do have Edril on here. That's going to be an important point. I do. That's good. Everything looks okay. Again, I don't know about the greed situation. Um, Uncertainty. I'm trying to remember. It was I used a Nora last time, and the Nora did better. So let's try. No, you know what? I actually want to keep him just for that nightmare bonus. Yeah, I think so. Okay, we'll just go as is and see what happens. Feel like again we're well beyond the suggested BP for this, and probably it's not going to be too much of an issue. All right, so where can we place our people is the first question. So we can kind of put them all over the place, actually, which is always good. What if we sort of did maybe arrogance a little closer than usual so the adjudicators don't run into the souls so easily. He can cover a good bit of that area, and maybe I should have put him a little bit forward. I'm not really sure. How quickly can he kill them? Very quickly. Not a real problem. Secondly, you can put Pedro over here and face her up. She can shoot across this entire thing as well. And could have potentially put her one step closer. This is one of those soul eater dudes. And so there's that. I don't know if that's where they're going to all come from or not. Uncertainty is a real thing. But what if, okay, I don't know which ones are the guys that are going to cause less healing. I'm not sure that I care deeply about that answer. But I'm going to stick Cetrum right here. Are these the guys? They are. They're the guys who decrease the healing. Okay. Good to know. Then, in that case, let's just go ahead and stick Dao Chan out here and stick her in offense mode. And again, we're just going to try to kill them. And who cares if they can do more damage? They're going to deal no damage. And then I could put Adrian down, but I think I'll not put Adrian down yet. We've got some folks who will eventually be coming out of those portals over there, theoretically. And so, what if I put Blade here? And, we can throw Wrath down. We can throw, Adrian down or Bearing down, any of the above down at a later time if necessary. First, let's just see what happens. Now, here's one of those dudes. Let's see if we can just kill him. He's way over there. Yes, we can. Excellent. I assume one will come from the other end next, but we'll see. Yes, looks like it to me. We've still got some juice on Edril, so that finished that off. Let's double time this. Alright, so now, you've got 12 or 37 down. Cody says, by the way, just to let you know, we might be getting a new limited next month, so I'd start saving pools. Cool. It's awesome. Um, that's something to think about for sure. It looks like we're having some serious problems here with old uh, greed. This is terrible. I guess I'll just do that and follow. And I wonder how far he can hit. He can't hit that one with his ultimate. Oh no, failure. That's terrible. All right, so greed is certainly insufficient. I could have thrown any number of people over the block, but that's not what I did. So, all right, I'll try that again, but this time with more blockers. All right, start. Cody says rumors. Rumor is it's going to be the painter and paintress. Painter's possibly ancient exclusive, and the paintress is apparently limited. I don't exactly know what that means, but cool. I think I'm gonna stick arrogance back where I would normally have it, because I think that's going to be the better decision. Then I don't have to worry about it. Whopper's business. Um, Otherwise, we'll go basically the same way as before. Base her up. Cody says they like Valentine's Day in this game, and they're probably the Vinci-ish. You know, the Pinterest. You know, there was that magic paint thing that they did recently, and that there's, still ongoing as a matter of fact. Um, so it makes some sense, I think. Feel like set him out so he can start blowing stuff up. And again, the healing debuff is probably a lot more significant later on. As far as Coral Greed goes, he was not in a great position somehow. So I guess with that in mind, I should probably stick him over by Dao Chen because he clearly needs the healing. Do I want to go do it now? Let's do it now. Let's do it now. Oh wait. And don't want to go that way. Could do and hit the guys as they come around. Um, that makes sense because we're not going to get too far with it anyway, really. Um, One way or another, people passing by Centrum and Angel aren't likely to make it, so seems like it makes more sense to do it that way. Let's go ahead and kill that guy up there. Yeah. And we could put Baron out, and we could put Edrin out. And again, that seems like it would make some sense to do that. We've got Reed down here to do a little DPS, and then we could put Edrin, he is his own DPS, up here at the top. And, I guess I don't really want to face him up, but I guess I'll face him up. Why not? Alright, now let's double time this. See what happens. We still have some folks we could put out if we wanted to. Again, I'm not really seeing any need to yet. Maybe we'll need Hollow or something at some point to do some healing. Thus far, not so much. Poor old Baron might need a little bit of assistance down there from Adriel, possibly. We shall see. He's not great on DPS, to say the least. Okay, I think what I'll do is wait for Adrian to kill his side, and then we'll throw Idril's hits onto there. Take care of that problem. Alright, so we got a victory. We have now exploration progress 23%. Alright, stay focused. Press on. Absolutely. Staying focused, pressing on. Got 3 flawless meteorites, 5 diamonds, 10 mithril, and 6,500 hero XP potions. Now I'm assuming that we're on the Ward Rift now that resets every week. That's as far as I can discern. Alright, here we have surrender your soul and become my sustenance. Prioritize killing the Shadowkeeper to alleviate the pressure, or hold your formation of your heroes to better survive and kill the Shadowkeeper. I mean, it feels like either way we're killing the Shadowkeeper. Am I wrong? I mean, that's what that says. 2 different ways. All right. We have 3 portals to protect. Only 2, no, 3 ways into them. They have 6 ground portals. The first one that we have on the list of attackers is the Shadowkeeper, who is the boss. She has Eclipse Slash, deals massive damage to enemies, and reduces the healing we receive. Abyssal Sentencing deals damage 3 times to all enemies in the front area. Control immunity means that she's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. Spectral Enclosure, after a monster's death, its soul remains in place. The Shadowkeeper or the Adjudicator can approach and devour 4 souls to restore HP and increase attack. The Shadowkeeper revels in an insatiable thirst, fervently consuming and devouring the very essence of souls belonging to other creatures. So we have her. Then we have the Adjudicator, one of them before. Rippers, Skeleton Fighters, Blasting Corpses, and Skeleton Archers. Excellent. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. Let's engage in battle. And I think I'm just going to keep the same grouping as prior. Why not? I didn't actually pay attention to how many platforms there are and how many areas. Okay, tons of code. Perfectly fine. They're coming around this way first. I think I want Etran over here, actually. I think I want him... I really think I want him right here facing up. Yeah, that makes sense to me. And then, so maybe we'll put Wrath on the outside of it. And then we'll put Idran beside him. Arrogance on the bottom portal facing down. That feels good to me. Let's do it. We got Idran facing up. We got Wrath facing up. We'll put Arrogance facing down as soon as possible, just to make sure that we get our blockers in and don't forget about that happening. We're just kind of going to ignore the souls for the most part right now. Okay, so now we've got some of those skeletal folks coming out. Warning. And it's coming from down there. Here it comes. I think that I'll put Idril right here, facing down. Facing down, facing across, facing down. I think facing down. And she can start on the beatings of that guy there. And I think I'll put Dao Chen here. And start increasing everybody's DPS a little bit that way. Zoom out a bit here. And, let's see, what can we do next? Alright. We could put Baron down and halt any progress he might have, but I think he won't right now. I think I want to stick... Section here. And I don't know if that's the best location or not. It feels like the best location right now. Sure. Let's go for it. Maybe here in a little bit it won't be, but maybe right now it is. For the moment, she can hit him just fine where he's at. He's just standing there, and so it seems like all is well. Now, he does do bad things to the people that he hits, but again, not real worried about it. Let's go ahead and let's see. Could put him out. I guess I probably should. Seems to be a lot of people going that way. I don't know. What if? Hold on, let's see. We're all going. We got the in. Oh, there she is over there. Okay. The trouble is that he's so wimpy. You know, dude, he likes to be slaughtered. Let's throw Idril's ultimate on that girl. Don't need her going and picking up some souls, you know? I guess I could have had her pick up the soul first and then killed her off. That might have been a decent idea, honestly. And plus, you know, Wrath, he could use somebody to feed on this. He needs to regain some health. And so maybe that wasn't a great idea to stop her advance, but that's okay. Maybe this skeleton could have somebody to feed on. Let's see then. Skeletons are happily wandering the range and getting slaughtered. And here comes another one of those guys. If he's facing down, so he'll do no good there. Make sure they can't. Yeah, I didn't think so. You can only hit in front of him in a big old box, so I'm not sure what his features exactly. Well, let's pick up Grab and put down Bear. And then wait, it's bated breath to see how things are going to go. Got some more skeletons coming. We've got a lot of ultimates ready to use. A lot of skeletons dying. Arrogance has his side of the board absolutely covered. Ah, here comes another of those. Let's take care of those things. All right. So we've completed that. 28% through. Let's look at the stats. Yeah, let's with a grain of salt, honestly, because their locations weren't great. Yeah, all right. Um, Wrath took more damage than anybody, which is kind of interesting because you would think that the others would have been taking plenty of damage. It's just that they didn't have, you know, they had a healer. It's hilarious, actually, that he's the one who took almost all of the damage. And he's also the one who was outside of the range of healing. I think maybe he wasn't. That would be even funnier. May not have been. Hmm. Who knows? All right. Cool. Complete this. And then we'll pick up all this lovely loot that we have sitting here. And it's showing us that we have a portal here. So we've got 3 flawless meteorites, 5 diamonds, 10 mithril, 80,000 gold, 6,500 XP potions, and 1 void surprise chest. What's the void surprise chest having it? Who knows? It could be various rare items, it says. Huh. What happens if we claim it? Once you claim the rewards, you'll not be able to change your difficulty level this week. Are you sure you still want to claim them? I mean, why not? I see no reason not to. Sure, we'll do normal difficulty. Alright, we've got 12 flawless meteors, 40 meteorites rather. 45 diamonds, 60 mithrils, 2 insignificant endurance 2s, 180,000 gold, 31,000 hero XP potions, and an Asclepius ring. Just any ring. Asclepius ring. Probably I've had some of those before. They're just not familiar to me. Let's click on the portal. And we'll click the little hand, and it takes us to the next area. Alright, now let's go back to camp. Because I feel like we could probably run some more background fights if nothing else. And I know, Cody, that you said I should start saving up some diamonds or some crystals, and I think that's not a bad idea. But by that same token, I do want to try to get some of these guys here. Particularly, I really want Malvir. Rune Hollow, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it looks like. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I think it's possible that you might be able to do a good bit of damage, particularly in the air fights. Um, Seems like he would be a very good anti-air guy. Um, so I would like to get him too. I currently don't have any of the summoning crystals. I've used those, but I've been saving up the diamonds and not using those. So I may use some, but I don't think I'm going to use all of them or anything crazy. So I think I've got it. All right, we've got the mine over here, and it's got lots of stuff in it. So let's see what it's got. It's got 3,000 coins, 1,950 XP potions, 9 stamina, 1 auto fight chance to mithril, and a chest of something. You see, there's 2 insignia of mages too. Very nice, very cool. All right, out we went, and what is this? Ah, the gallery has something for us. The North Throne. We can claim this attack plus 50 to the members of the North Throne faction. All right, cool. Not see if we have anything else. No, nothing particularly exciting there. Excellent. All right. What have we here? Could go back and do some more portrait. I haven't done the zombie invasion today. I'm wondering what else I failed to do. We just ticked over to 10 o'clock, and so this is available again. We could get 10 auto fight chances for 50,000 gold. I like that, alright. Let's do it. Grab that. I'm not against it. And then, you know what? Let's do some of these pre-refreshes and see what we get. We got 1 refresh. Gives us nothing entertaining whatsoever. Try a second one. And we got a rare summoning crystal. That's very nice. For 70 diamonds. That's why I've been saving up the diamonds. Is for the decreased cost when it comes around. And then we'll try our 3rd pre-refresh. And nothing entertaining. Oh, no, I'm wrong. There's something crystal over there of 70 diamonds. There we go. All fine and well. Now, got a couple of those. Let's go use them. On the special invocation of spirits, and try to get either Rune Hollow or Malvira, ideally. We've got some others that would be fine to get to. Langland is a 2-star healer. Langland is as devout as can be. His healing magic dispels negative effects, keeping allies in the fight. So, that's a green fella. He's a healer, that's always good, right? Followed by Ryder, the 2-star fighter. Obsessed with Arlo, this double-bladed warrior mimics his every move and heavily increases his own attack. Excellent. Good to know. Good to know. Alright, cool. Now, we actually have something here. For our summon rewards, we get the 10 diamonds. Very nice. Excellent. Let's see. We still have an XP bonus running for another 2 hours and 4 minutes, apparently, which is cool. Let's see, what else might I want to do right now? I think I also have the storyline to advance. That's another important thing. Now as far as the board drift goes, I'm really not sure if I'm on the weekly part of it yet. I might be, but I don't know what that looks like, so I'm not sure. Go back over to it. Might do a little bit more of it. I feel like I might need to get the other daily things done though pretty soon before I run out of time. I'll get a little bit more of this done first. So let's get this wood chest here, and then, hey, let's go and grab these diamonds. Those skeletons over there aren't even interested in protecting those diamonds, but interesting. Get over here. Once a brave warrior, I have now become an undying skeleton. Alright. The skeleton fighters can split and inherit HP before the split. Let's see what it says here. Abyss. Ludwig the Hierophant. We have 3 portals to protect. We have 3 portals on them. We have a number of platforms. And who knows how many melee areas. Alright. Ludwig has light armor. It's too bad for him. He's immune to all crowd control effects except slow. He has split sacrilege. Ludwig casts an abyssal curse upon skeleton fighters in battle, causing them to undergo splits. It's his fault they split. Ludwig has been reborn from the abyss with a horrifying power granted by his master, the Eldritch God. Ludwig has now lost his humanity. Then we have Adag's followers, followed by skeleton fighters and Baron Salem. Alright, now, basically they are all melee except for this guy right here. This one, these two actually, both in light armor. So marksman would be good, and otherwise it shouldn't be much of an issue, I don't think. They're recommending 245,000. Oh, oddly, we have this group again up here. I'm not sure why it keeps giving us this to start with, but it is what it is, I suppose. And then here's sources. How interesting. Let's go ahead and take all that out. And let's throw in Dao Chen, and let's throw in Idrin, and Etrol, and Nora, I think. And that's not the one I was thinking of. I was thinking of this other chick over here. She's level 16. I'll find her. There she is. Alright, her. Alright. Now what? Got all that. We need Idrin. Okay, we got him. Who else am I missing? We need some marksmen. That's right. We have one current. Feel like. Oh, yes, Cetrum is good. Now what? Now we have Wrath, Arrogance, and Baron. So the blockers are pretty solid. I think I had previously been throwing in Greed just because of his boost, pretty much, get that 4th boost. Could just as easily throw in Gluttony, though. Why not? Let's throw in Gluttony. Alright, give him his day in the sun, right? Okay, now, let's start here. That looks almost like the nightmare symbol. Okay, what do we have going? We've got this nice row down here. They're going up top first. So I think I'll throw Adrian up here. Well, this is a shame. We don't have very many spots to stick melee units. I guess we do. Okay, I was only seeing 2 at first, but we do. Okay, all is well. So why don't we put out Gluttony over here, and then we'll throw Arrogance down at the bottom. Break free from our shackles and submit to the dominion. Mighty Lord, says Negan. Well, no, really, I'd rather not, I think. Well, all things being equal, Alright, and then I'm going to throw Cathedral somewhere. Why don't we throw her about... You know what, let's throw... Oh, how about that? Is that good? Seems alright. We'll throw her up here. Should get one. It's fine. So Arrogance has that bottom part kind of covered. No, I might want to put Dolce in. What do I want to put Dolce? Doesn't matter too much. I could put her here. Should cover everything pretty much. Sure, right there. We've got another dude coming that way. Well, alright. On one hand, you know what? Let's just stick to one. I guess I can hit them if they're actually. We also have a Nora, and I feel like we put her over here, and who knows where she'll throw that dragon. I don't have any idea how to tell that. Maybe there's a way to, but I don't know what it is. I think it's within, is it within two spaces of her? I'm not sure. Let's see if we can, no, we can't release that yet. Ah, Takoti, just one, Takoti probably, just one from well, that's cool. Still can't really do anything there. I could do Idrin's thing now, but I don't know that I care to. I want to go ahead and wait, and maybe we get somebody in a little deeper. There we go. How about you? Load you up, huh? I suppose I could throw Baron out just to get that last little bit of, well, you know what am I not sticking? I'm gonna stick him in front of Arrogance so he doesn't get into the these deep grass. Don't really have anything to do with Cetrum's thing right now, but I can blow up Ludwig with Idril and put this into double time. Four more guys to go. We'll be done with this level. Still nothing I can hit there. Unfortunately, down at the bottom has the lowest number of guys coming out. We've got Idrin's ability. We can use it now and finish these guys off fairly quickly. All right, defeat that with 36% of the way through this border. We're gonna accelerate in battle with this base. All right, auxiliary. All right, there's little dude back there. Let's go get this first. All right. 329,488. Heart is full of dread and dismay. Only you truly nostalgic. Abyss moved a bit higher. Summon abyssal tentacles in a random area on the battlefield. Deploy heroes capable of fast revival. You know what? Maybe it was during the tutorial that we did this before, or maybe it was considered like easy mode or something, and that's where it selected our guys from. Possibly. All right. Abyss Ludwig the Hierophant is okay. It's a little bit different. He summons tentacles in a random area to attack heroes in battle. He has life leeching. Ludwig unleashes his tentacles, immobilizing a random hero on the platforms and preventing them from taking any action. victim suffers continuous damage while Ludwig restores HP based on the damage dealt. Ludwig has been reborn from the abyss with horrifying power granted by his master, the Eldritch God. Ludwig has now lost his humanity. Same background for him, just different abilities. Then we have Baron Salem's and Adad's followers. Alright, cool. Well, let's engage in one battle. It recommends on this stage having 329,488 rupees. We currently have 519,207 rupees. So, there's that. Now, all of our people remain the same as last time. I think that's perfectly fine. We'll just forge it. Okay, so we have 2 portals to protect. We have a couple of people who can go out there without any issue. So we will stick first Arrogance up top, and then, oh, there comes Ludwig. As threatened, right? Alright, let's make sure we have this area covered down here. And I would like to put him right there so he has a little bit better of a spread on all this. And then I want to put, make sure there's nothing down there. Add that for sneaky style. I think I'll put section here. I feel like maybe he can start shooting, maybe he can't. It's one step out, but this guy's kind of got a big box, and I wonder if I can hit him once his ultimate goes off. I feel like there's a possibility here. Maybe not. Feels like it. Then we can throw Idril here. Ah, well. Idril just got smited. Smited hard. Fine. How about stick Baron out instead? And then I think we will throw. Hard to say. It's the right choice here. I can put her here. And then, let's do his ability. I think I'll be able to hit probably both of those guys. I don't know. And certainly, Idril can hit the boss. And I'll put her here, and then we'll use Idril's ability to try to hit the boss a little bit, start beating him down somewhat. Now we've got the opportunity to get Utern back out. And we can't quite hit the boss from there. Unfortunate. Yeah, we'll put each in here, I suppose. And I think I'll use Aurora's ability and see if we can do anything. Yes, we can definitely beat up that tentacle. No problem. Dobrom's just funny, or is it Dubrom's? I wonder. They just got Malvira, that's how long. Congrats, dude. Congrats. Now, we could put somebody out there. Don't really know that I can compare to. I suppose it's to take care of the lovely tentacles that spawn here and there. But I think that the dragon's got that taken care of at that particular location. Yes, dragon wins. Tentacle is no chance. Right, he did his little tentacle thing again. And Now I'll use Idril's special ultimate there so that she can beat up on him a bit. Three more to go. Don't know if we'll hit anybody from here or not, but may as well try it, right? Hmm. Unfortunately, my arrogance is massive. DPS was not enough. It took those guys out before they got close. You know, I can go ahead and throw Wrath out and help out that last hit or something. Alright, 43% of the way through the level, or not the level per se, but the evolve. Perfect. The challenge. Exhilarating. Let me say, exhilarating. I guess I'll come back down and get this chest before I run off without it, forget it exists. Alright, got a wood chest, and then we'll grab this neutral here, and then let's explore. I'm gonna explore Kingdom first, because yes, I'm aware that there's a goblin there. Well, it's not. It's not. Oh, there it is. It is a goblin. Alright, let's do this one instead. Cannot wait to squeeze you one by one into my skull. It's such a weird thing to say. I mean, okay, to be fair, every single time that we eat something, we're kind of squeezing it into our skull, right? What? We're squeezing it. I mean, do we count? I feel like we count the jawbone. I don't know, the upper jaw definitely counts, right? We're squeezing it into our skull. I've decided. Okay. Abyss lived with the Hierophant and summoned abyssal tentacles in a random area on the battle. For heroes capable of fast revival. Who needs it? Cody says, gotta love progression. Yeah, I think I'm, again, it's just one of those deals where I'm kind of over BP'd for it, so it's not as much of a, challenge. It's not as much strategy required. I need a little more strategy. Okay, so we've got this guy here. This lived in the Hierophant, and it's going to be the splitting skeletons and the tentacles come. He is a light armored guy, melee. Then we got the skeleton fighters, Baron Salem, and Adag's followers. This is the only ranged guy gonna be on the field. He's light armor, ranged. So, 2 light armors, the others are common armor. No big deal. Engage in battle. The marksman will be ideal for this still. And I feel like we can continue in the same vein as we have been successfully. Now we'll look at the ratings. They think that we should have 349,440 DP for this. We actually have 519,207. And look at how much of that is actually from the Lord Skill bonus and the Champion bonus that we're getting, because without those, my heroes would only have 471,052. That's a crazy boost. That Lord Skill bonus alone is insane. And that's from having 3 members of that faction in them. And then 4 of the, 3 of the Watchers and 4 of the Knight of Death. It's crazy. Alright. Moving forward. Let's see what we got. Alright, I actually didn't really pay attention to this map first, but I think I'm fine with it. Now, I feel like Arrogance is going to be best down here. Oh, man, I don't know. Maybe not. Arrogance can shoot further ahead. It's tricky, really. It's a little tricky. I think I will put arrogance up here and then put Adrian down. Now, what if we put... Alright, probably there's going to become somebody come and stand right there. Yeah, that's fine. Let's do this. And what's funny is I actually didn't pay attention to which way this guy was going first. Now, who do we want to put there? Arrogance, you know, we got Wrath, we got Gluttony, we got Baron. What do we want? We got Adrian hanging out. Adrian we're gonna put down for sure, right? I think so. Well, Wrath right here. Sure. And we'll keep some in reserve. That seems like a good idea. Stick Xiao Chen right there. Get these guys healed up a little bit. Jukebox just won the five-star hero Cratch. Never seen Cratch. This dude says this shall be your last chance. Shall it though? Shall it for real? For real? Let's see. Cody says, I'm surprised Dell hasn't popped in tonight. That's true. I saw him earlier today, but I haven't seen him this evening. Okay, let's put Adrian over here. Yes, let's give Adrian. I think so. And then we could put her here, but we could also put, I think I want to put Cetrum here. I was considering it already, and it just feels right. Let's do it. And then we'll use Idril's ultimate on him. Now we have Anora hanging out here, and could put her here, but I kind of want to get her, I don't know, I kind of want to get her over here. I don't know, it's a tough thing, really. I think here facing down. Let's do that. Ah, there's his tentacle come popping up. Now, it's going to hit Adrian, but we're going to blow it up. I don't have any kind of a healer down there. Now, where is her dragon? I don't know. Let's quit and find out. There it is. Found it. Alright. Now, this cannot hit where he's at. I had actually assumed he would be down lower. You know, I definitely did this map before. In the tutorial at some point, but I just don't remember enough about it. If I had realized they were going to be there, I would have faced Cetrum the other direction, and that way he could have hit down here, and he could have hit over there as well. Or, you know, I mean, I don't know. We'll see. Let's go ahead and blow those up quickly so that I can get Idril's ultimate off without having to worry about those guys being in the way. Okay, now, her ultimate should knock out the rest of the boss, I think. As long as they don't get too close to the portal before that happens. Is that one coming? Alright, let's go ahead and do Nora's ultimate and try to get these guys a little bit fast. There's one more to go. And then we're finished this fight. I'll speed that up a bit. Alright, got that underway. 51% through this. Very nice. Alright, excellent. And we'll gather up for this. And then we got 3 flawless meteorites, 5 diamonds, 10 mithril, and 6,500 hero XP potions for it. Let's not forget this goblin sitting over here, happily waiting for us. But I think first we're gonna go ahead and clean this stuff. We got 9 flawless meteorites, 30 diamonds, 1's insignia of endurance 3, 50 mithril, 3 insignia of endurance 2's, 100 stamina, and 19,500 hero XP potions for you. Let's put flame on it. No, we already did click flame on it. Let's just click OK. And then we better go back to our camp because I have to get off of here fairly soon. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the dailies done. Let's go back out of here. What am I forgetting? I haven't done the dragon fight today. And I haven't done the zombie invasion. So I think I will I'll go do the auto fights in the dragon. And then I'll go try to give some kind of a go at zombie invasion. Let's look at the events just in case there's anything I need to be aware of. We got the war fates going on right now. They're just slaughtering us. I mean, just an absolute. Oh, this is just sad. You know, we're just getting pummeled hardcore. All right. So we have 17,993 personal points. We need just 7 more points to get 100 diamonds from that. That's pretty good. No qualms about that. We can earn points in various ways, and very soon we'll have done that. But okay, let's go back down there. And we have a lot of stamina right now. So, with the things I'm going to do, it won't really require any stamina. Let's go ahead and get some background things running over here. Auto fight, however many times this is Tireless Raider. So it's using twice the stamina, getting twice the rewards, and only using half of the auto fights to do so. So definitely do that, especially if you're on blue team, guys. Come on, blue team, let's do it. Cody says, I'm doing my part, lol. I've spent so many resources. I feel you, man. Truly, I do. Let's see, in fact, I could do some more of that at some point soon. I have some, at the very least, I have some insignias I could probably throw on some of these people that I don't really care greatly, but out down at the bottom somewhere. I've actually done a lot of promotions on people just because of the faction trials, though. But I could do some more. I could throw some more insignias at stuff if I need to. Alright, for now, we'll have those running in the background. Let's go find that Drake's Chasm. There it is, Drake's Chasm. Did it quickly that time. You never know with me. Okay, so it looks like we've got Gogo has attacked Nightmare 4 twice today. He's done very, very well. Very impressive. He's done over half of the damage to that. That's very cool. And then we've got Bugajoa, who has attacked Nightmare 2 twice today and has done almost 40% of the damage to that. Both of you, good job, guys. I will throw one of my attacks at each, I suppose, and spread the wealth here because I know I can't. I don't think I can finish out of them off. We'll see. Let's go for the Nightmare 2. And I'm just gonna do an auto fight. I had done a playtest on Nightmare 2 this morning, and so it should be probably about as good as I'm going to get on it right now. Cody says they're definitely doing their part in the plan. Absolutely, they're doing great. Um, it's good effort, guys. But yeah, so we've got this guy. Um, if I can do half of what's left of his damage, then I'll throw the other one into him just so that I can kill him um, and Bugajor can get some better loot out of the deal. But if I can't, then there's no sense in me just throwing them both into the same guy when there's no advantage to it. Because I know that AV2525 has told me he's not going to be playing at least for a while. He's at the very least taking a break. And I haven't seen crits on him once in form, so I think that's where we're at the moment. All right, another one got Malvira over there. Very nice. Now, Arrogance, he does really well. He's got almost 19 million um, damage right there. 4,504, so we actually were able to do pretty well there. Um, we might be able to finish it off. Let me see. Somebody else just won an aura. Very nice. Cody says that sucks to hear. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a loss. Um, but, what can you do? So I couldn't quite do half. I'm going to go ahead and do the Nightmare 4, which I haven't done before. I don't know if I can survive long enough to actually do anything to the dragon here. Um, I can try it. Let's see what happens. Let's do a playtest, I think. And kind of think this through a little bit. I definitely have the Lord bonus from this level 16 chick over here. And so she'd be a fine one to just kind of sit back and not come out, but give that bonus where she's at. So if I do that, definitely going to have some good healers going around. Um, I've got Daochan, I've got Hollow. They probably aren't going to be sufficient to the task. Let's just check for healers. Do I need a third healer? I feel like probably I need a third healer. I don't think either one of those have anything to deal with just detriments. I don't know much about some of these guys. I feel like Vortex has some good stuff. I haven't used him for it. I think he's got some stuff. It's very good. I know that he's got this shield thing that appears after they're fully healed, which is super cool. I don't see any way for him to do anything though that is removing detriments. So he doesn't fit the bill, I'm afraid. Let's see if anybody does. Okay, let's see. Make sure that we don't have anything already going on, but I'm pretty sure we don't. Nothing doing there. Look at these. It's not useful. Yeah, I didn't think so. This one here, I don't know anything about. Other than that she has awesome road bonuses. Oh yeah, that's right. Damage increase, right. Nothing on removing detriments. Um, Nothing there. I didn't think so. He had nothing. I don't think he has anything either. And I don't know why I'm feeling like there's a need to remove detriments. Maybe it just told me so, or maybe I think that it may have just mentioned it. Either it did or somebody else did. So yeah, unfortunately, none of those guys have detriment removal. So the only one that I know of that I have that removes detriments is Erin. Now I haven't checked on her yet. I think I had been considering leveling her up. Either her or Lily. I think do have something, and I considered leveling them up just because of that. Maybe I'm wrong. Yes, dispel all debuffs. Okay, so it was holy baptism. All right. So that was why I was considering leveling her up. I thought that there was some healer I was thinking of doing that with. Let's check on Lily too. Um, Now she makes shields and she can save them from death, but she doesn't do anything with any kind of removal of debuffs. That's too bad. Cody says it's hard getting new players in a clan like yours because they miss out on rewards in clan shop. Most players will just try finding a clan that high level for the rewards. Right, yeah. I get you. We have a couple of low levels that just kind of piggyback on us, but that's completely fine because we like helping. Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, it's not a big deal. The good news is, it's not all that important, you know. It's an extra thing, and for me, again, being mostly an MMO player, I am more socially oriented with everything actually in my life, but in games as well as in everything else. It's one of the reasons that I enjoy doing the streaming because I get the social element. Um, but for me, it's like, you want to have people that you like in your faction guild, however you want to look at it, and whether they do exceptional at the game or not is very much secondary to whether they are good people. So there you go. That's my take on it. Um, all right, now we also have this one here. This is Sandy, I think. And again, I haven't really used her. She does dispel debuffs, which is good. So which one's better though? Sandy or whatever her name is? Sandy or Midan? I don't know. What do I have on my list here? If I've written, it looks like I have Sandy written down as being mediocre. Um, and then I don't. No, I do. I also have Midan written down as being mediocre. So similar, similar rating in my opinion. So she has the AoE heal, and of course she also has the AoE heal. Both of them defensive dispel. So this one buffs as well. I wonder what their range is. Let's check on her range. Looks like this. Her range very similar, not quite the same. Um, I think though I might like that better for this purpose. However, she's much lower level right now, and don't really have any way to bring in somebody that low. I don't have any XP potions, or don't have enough to make a difference and upgrade really within the it's tough. Gotta have the debuffs. Um, Aaron is the higher level debuffer. I might could bring him up. Does have apparently have maxed out his skills. He may be the better option for the moment. It's not great, but he does have the debuffs. So get him up to level 40. Can he survive? Don't know. We have some of those. Do I want to waste them on him? That is the question. Let's go down to healer hands over here. Look this over again. He is. I don't know. No, I'm not loving it. Um, Maybe I should throw him into fur instead. You know what? Let's just give it a try. Um, let's put him where? You know, this is going to be fairly horrible, probably. So, okay. There's a possibility here of switching people off a little bit, back and forth. Anai isn't going to be doing phenomenal here. Probably. She won't make it. Laurel will die quickly, most likely, which is fine. We also have Setchum. Will Setchum do better or worse than Brienne? I feel like you may be better, but Brienne has the advantage of being in the same faction as the faction boosted Gale there. And that gives them 4 who leave it like that, which feels like that could make a difference. I was wanting to switch off the debuffer guy. Where is he? Aaron. Right. There's Aaron. Of course, he has no faction. Man, what a mess, huh? What a mess. Okay, let's go back to healing hands here. And look at this again from a different angle, perhaps. The different angle is still not beautiful, I'm afraid. Okay, so now where is Sandy? And there's Miss Sandy. She's in Pure faction, and that Midan is in the Northerner or whatever faction. Neither of those are useful at all, not in any way whatsoever. I want them to be, but they're not. Man, I dislike having to rely on Aaron, and what I'll be doing is going to be switching off Aaron and then Laurel, basically. That's cool. Okay. All right. Terrible. Okay. Let's play test this and see how bad it is. Yes. They think we should have 850,000. We have 456,650, which seems terrible. Let's do it. All right. All right, how far out? So we got down to there that we can do. So, things as they are, let's put him here and here. Better go ahead and put her out right away. And we can switch her into that stance for the moment. Oh no, not on. Let's wait for that infernal law to go out. Switch her back. Put out neutral. Wait, no, better not. Better get Aaron out because It's gonna have to do something here in order to save people's lives. So let's throw him out to debuff. Okay. And then already not beautiful. Throw her out. Put out Hollow here. Now we can put out Wrath if I can find a spot for him. He can go here. Aaron's already down. That's unsurprising. Not that big of a problem. Uh-oh. Wrath, of course, has no healing because of his location. Well, he has hollows. He has something, sure. Throw Brienne here. And then see how it goes, I suppose. Okay. It's going wonderfully. Just one. Can we do enough DPS at all to get this done? Okay. We pick up Laurel if we can find it. And then that knocks that ready. Not good enough. Ouch. Alright, let's throw out this girl. Do some healing, girl. Good job. Good job. Survival. Alright, and then we have Baron out again. Chomp him on there. Infernal Roar is incoming. It's probably not going to be great. It's alright, we have 2 healers. Meteorite impact is going to be real bad in a moment. There went Aaron down. It's too bad because that was his moment. It's his time to shine. It's not lovely. I'm going to throw out this Laurel in just a second. Hopefully, or not, because it doesn't look like it's going to make it. Ah, it's so close yet so far to being able to throw her out in time. Ow. Oh, great. Yeah. This is gonna be a whack. Alright. Let's throw out as much DPS as we can against the Tommy and throw her out in stricter mode. Follow out. Yeah, in the wrong location. It's fine. Actually, she works just fine right there. She's just gonna die in a second, didn't it? So it doesn't really matter. But here's hoping that one of them lives. One did. Heck yeah. Good job, Adrian. Good job surviving that. That was miserable. These nuggets just won a 5-star hero ruin. Good job. Alright, so now we have Aaron back out. Alright, sure. Go for it, Aaron. You can do it. It's the Aaron Elf Girl combo. Back at it again. The meteorite impact of doom was incoming. Alright. Good job, Adrian. Still alive there. Great. Phenomenal. He's lived the whole time. Adrian is doing all of the work out here. Okay. Where's our next healer? Looks like it's Dao Chan if we can make it long enough. Not great. Ooh, charging power for heavy assault. We're not ready. We're not ready for that. It's rough. Okay. We got Rav. We got Adriel. We got Brienne. We got that girl. Laurel is her name. We got Hollow. And we got Prayers. in DPS mode and then back because it's gonna hurt. Okay? I think we might have time to get out these healers, possibly. Need to get out Aaron first. And then follow that up with this girl here. And try to get Wrath up to survival mode again. I feel like Aaron was the right choice here. Painful though it is. He's done great. May make it to the end. Nah, I don't know. That's too much. Too much dreams. Alright, well, we've got Dao Chen. She is once more in play. Let's follow her up with April. April here. Brienne. Laurel. Can't get anybody else yet. It's out of town. Alright. Cody says, good thing you're doing this now. We get an update soon. They're buffing a bunch of champs. And then Cody says, never mind. I guess it's postponed. Alright. Well. Okay. So I think that went better than expected, to be honest. We got Adrian, who stayed out the entire fight, pretty much just like that was awesome. He did great on the surviving, and so he topped the DPS as a result of being alive, which is a one way to do it. Arrogance got second, then Wrath, who also was more survivable due to his self heal, I think. Etel did very well, all things considered. I mean, hey, good job, all of my people. You all did so well. And look at that. This low level Midan healed the heck out of things. Actually got more healing in than Hollow did. Um, Hollow did better than Aaron. Um, yeah, not bad. Not bad, all things considered. Cody's just got to start actually gearing people properly for the bosses. At some point, yeah, I know. I need to sit down and do it. It's just, ah, ah, I really, just kind of not ready to yet, you know? Feel like I've got a lot of gear that I need to enhance properly, um, including artifacts as well as just the other gear. And, I'm gonna have to sit down and look at it all and, I'll get, eventually I'll get there. So, we couldn't do well enough in one fight to be able to get that reward. Even I don't think there's anything I could do to improve that really. Um, that I can think of right now at least. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if Central might have been a better choice for one of those guys, but I think without having a somebody to clear the debuffs, who is a little more survivable, it's going to be hard to get better at that. What I need is one person who can fulfill both needs, the healing and the detriment clears. Um, so if I could level one of those guys up a little bit better, I'd rather it not be Aaron because I honestly am not impressed with. I mean, he's good as a healer of detriments when I don't have anybody else, but I would rather have really either Midan or the other one, whatever the name was. Trying to find Miss Sandy. Sure, I think so. Would be better for that job, I think. Ultimately, do definitely want to level up that Leia. I don't know if she does any detriment clearing, but I remember she did some good stuff. With that in mind, and failure to even get enough to, I mean, it's just not even worthwhile, honestly, to attack right now. So let's try just the Nightmare 3. We'll do the autoplate on there just to get that out of the way, essentially. I'll go and look at Leia a little bit better. I know that I wrote her down on my good list, and so when I do that, that means that I was impressed. So right now, my good list is Arrogance, Dao Chan, Wrath, Mari, Baron, Maul, Laurel, Lucina, Etran, Isolde, Hala, Idril, Greed, Regulus, Morrigan, Abizao, Vortex, Cetrum, Honora, and Leia. And I'm up in the air on Morrigan. I really I want to go ahead and get her finished out and then look at her again and try to determine if I actually think she's good enough to make the list or not. The rest of them, some of them are, very limited testing on them because I don't have them leveled up. But those are the ones I'm trying to invest my resources in more than anything else, and try to see if they're as good as they appear to be. So far, some of them are definitely fitting the bill, but we'll find out. I'm extremely impressed with Edrin. Um, he's just from, I mean, very, very soon on, he was doing very, very well. He survives well. He does a lot of DPS. He's quite good. So yeah, complete that. All right, so we got this reward here. Challenge Drake's Chasm 2 times. And so we claim 20 build coins, 20 build activity, and 5,000 gold for that. Could make 5 build donations. I don't know what the donations of the day are. Oh, spill dusts. I can't get rid of those. And gold, I guess I could. I suppose. Sure, I can get rid of those. Um, let's get those. And so we get 25 build points and 50 build activity. From that, we come back over here, and because we made 5 build donations, we get 20 more guild points, 20 guild activity, and 1 small stamina potion. Now, that being said, let's hop over to the guild shop because I've forgotten what that actually gets you. 20 coins for the reward there. Took me a whole second to find the route. So not visual, it's unbelievable. Um, so the guild shop, that's the arena shop. This is the, I think this is the wrong shop. This is the Apex shop. We need this one. This is the guild shop. 20 coins. We can't really see what 20 would get us because it's probably, well, it's maybe not there at all. So 40 is what we got total between the reward for the thing and the daily. Yeah, I don't know. 40 gives us half of a radiant meteorite. Alright. 10th of a gold bonus, double gold bonus per day thing. Yeah, reasonable, I suppose. Alright, so we got that. We got this background fight finished. 32,790 gold, 11,760 XP potions, a bunch of different gear pieces, Lost Legacy trophies, 160 of them, 90 Divine Emblems, 10 Demon Soldier Shards, and small erects. Haven't done any of that yet. The demon stuff, I do intend to do it. I keep putting it off. It's like I just never have time to get to it, It's crazy. Alright, so for the weekly quest, we cleared any stage 50 times, giving us 1,125 gold dragon tokens, bringing us up to level 24. level rewards. So cool. We have a couple of those. We got 80 stamina and 3 insignia, 3 choice bundles. That's nice. So we actually get to choose which things we get from them. That's cool. All right, get out of there. Go over to events, and we have the War of Fates, which of course we knew we were about to get one, and it's the 100 diamonds that we previously commented on getting soon. So cool. Cody says, I recommend if you want to look up champs, ratings, how to gear them, what they're good at, stuff like that. Very useful site. It's a YouTuber. Oh, what's funny is I recommend it says star star star. I think that's probably a website most likely that got started out. Let's see. All right, try typing just the main portion of it without like the .com or something dot whatever, and maybe I'll know what you're talking about. Maybe not. I really don't know much about the websites. I've seen Fastidious's website, Prospector. All right, Prospector. I've not heard of that. The only one that I've heard of is Fastidious because I know that Bugatilla uses that, and AV2525 is also using that one. I don't know. I got I've been on Fastidious's website. I mean, I see that he's ranked things and all of that kind of thing. Um, Cody says Fastidious is good but not up to date. That's probably I can't really weigh in on it. I don't know. I just know that I have seen what's on there, and I think it's a well done website. Um, but I also don't really want to get influenced too much because to an extent I want to kind of figure things out for myself because I think it's more fun that way. Um, Not that I'm averse to advice or anything like that, because certainly advice is welcome. But I don't know that I want to do a lot of research into it, and I, I don't copy other people's play styles or opinions, if that makes sense. Cody says is at a certain point it's kind of a need. Well, I mean, it's certainly a resource. And if it became necessary, sure, whatever. But so far, it's just kind of, it's been an enjoyable mental exercise. Um, this is why I'm kind of dying going through the storyline, because what's happened is my group has gotten much better BP than what's recommended. I got distracted doing things that weren't storyline, and so my guys kind of out leveled the levels, and it makes it a little more difficult in that way because I don't have to really think too hard about it, and I'm trying to kind of just think like, for the most part, as if my guys were going to have trouble, and that way it gives me a little bit of a mental exercise. They're not, who knows? Uh, Cody says you'll most likely hit a wall then for game, unfortunately. Maybe. You never know. You never know with me. I am, we'll see. We'll see what happens. For now, it's enjoyable. Um, and we'll just see what happens on the rest. All right, let's go to the raids and go to gear raid and get some more of these running in the background. Max this out and start. Minimize. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm just like that, I like to. I think that the fun of it is to figure out how to do it, and I'm pretty good at beating my head into a wall. Um, and like I said, if I want to utilize those resources, then certainly um, it's an option available. Uh, but you know, until I do, uh, the struggle can be fun. So, all right, let's go to the zombie theme and have a look at that. All right, now maybe do I make decisions this time the old-fashioned way and actually pay attention to what I'm doing, or just click through and get it done quickly? I think maybe I I don't know. You know, I've gone back and forth on this zombie invasion, and I kind of settled on doing potions because I think there are some real advantages to stacking up these potion beads. There's some other possibilities here. Um, this is the luck thing, right? So you can do that. You can increase the damage by your percentage of luck. Now that's going to get you better options on everything all the way around. You know what potions show up, what skills show up, all like that. Um, each point of dark mastery increases damage and skill spawn rate. Immediately gains one dark skill when the game begins. That's neat. Alright, gains 2 extra XP after killing an enemy with a chance to immediately trigger a skill choice. I think that's a diminishing returns kind of thing. Power crystal. Each point of light mastery increases damage and spell spawn rate, immediately gains 1 light. So this goes with the light and dark thing. There's some potions that go along with that. And that could be a good thing to do. This increases your luck plus 40. That's one of the directions, going the luck route. Fire increases damage and spell spawn rate. And then defenses HP plus 100%. I don't know if that's particularly advantageous because it seems like once you start getting overwhelmed, it's because your build has gone wrong and you are going to have your defense beaten down either way. So I don't know that that's useful. Each point of physical mastery increases damage and skill spawn rates. That's another dose. Damage to elite monsters and bosses plus 25%. That's cool. And I've used that before. Ice mastery, same thing as the others. Damage dealt to common monsters plus 15%. And then this is another luck thing. So I feel like primarily you can go luck, you can go potions. The other things are damage relating depending on what you draw. I haven't done the luck route all the way through. I don't know. I mean, we could try it. I'm not sure what the best direction to go with that would be if I chose to go that route. There are some luck potions that you could get. You know, let's give it a go. Let's try unequipping all this potion stuff and equipping all this luck stuff. And we'll see what we end up with, you know? Luck up all the way and refreshes up a little of the way, and then we do damage increase depending on the amount of luck that we get. And the goal here would be to try to get everything to do with luck that we possibly can. Now, what kind of things would I want? I'm not really sure. I haven't never tried the luck route before. I'm not loving my initial choices here, but of these three, okay. So it seems like the ice doesn't really do damage much. It's more of a utility. Um, physical, don't know. Not loving it. Trying to think. All right, let's go with fireball for the first one. All right, then we've got lightning, blazing plume, or dart. Okay, so the problem is light and dart go together. I guess fire, you know, it makes sense for fire and ice too. I haven't really gone that route. I haven't tried it, but we already have one fire. Let's go for the other fire. Do some experimentation. Okay, so if we wanted to do fire and ice, Here's the ice. I do like spinning sticks. I want it, but let's just do fire and ice and see what happens. So we're going a whole new route. We're doing fire and ice, and we're doing luck, right? So let's refresh it because none of those are fire or ice. Let's try to get some fire and ice. All right. So we have this. Knowing very little about it, let's go with the fireballs. Give it a chance to inflict burning and fire damage plus 10%. All right, now, even though I do lean toward the lightning, I want to stick to the fire and ice idea. Cody says, about to burn 5,000 stamina. Hopefully get some goodies tonight while I sleep. Oof. Good luck, man. Good luck. Theme. I think I want to get Generation 3. Bounces 1 pound fire plume door from hitting enemies if it's worth burning, which they should be because you see, um, we've got this other thing giving burning sometimes. But the key thing here is damage plus 40%. It's very nice. Oh, let's turn the ultimates on. Haha. We've forgotten to do that. Alright, let's get crossbow. Every 4 basic attacks, shoots ice bombs at 2 extra enemies and switches fight on them. That's going to slow them down and do a little bit of damage. Turn on these ultimates. Now, I could have waited to turn these on until things started getting a little hairy, but that's okay. We'll do it this way. Now, out of these, I think, man, I don't know. I like 2 out of 3 of these very well. I like enemies continuously lose a percentage of HP when frozen. I wonder what that percentage is that they lose. You know, how much is a percentage? I mean, if it's 1%, that's not much. If it's, 50%, that's a lot. I'm not sure what the right answer there is, because we also have each basic attack has a chance to trigger an ice bomb, damage plus 20%. I like all of that. Let's see here. What's doing the most damage? Right now we got the fire doing the most damage by far. Frostbolt is doing nothing. Blizzard is not great. I'm going to give our basic attacks a chance to trigger ice bombs. Alright, now I'm going to choose Chain Blade 2 for the fireballs. It's giving us a chance to trigger more fireballs with every basic attack and also increasing the damage overall. Alright, now we've got double the number of fireball targets, double burning damage, or fire plume's target count plus 1. So, doubling the number of fireball targets is better than plus 1. Doubling burning damage also seems significant. And we have a couple of things going with burning. But I think I'll double the number of targets that way more things will have burning ideally. And then more triggers for the fire plume. That's the goal. Whether it works or not, who knows? That's the goal. Alright, now we have 460 coins that we can burn. Alright, has a 10% chance to inflict Wither's Bite when dealing damage. That's the freeze potion. AoE potion, AoE damage plus 30%. Don't have much going in that regard at the moment, so I feel like maybe we go with a 10% chance to inflict Wither's Bite when dealing damage and slow the bags down a little bit more. Alright, let's do Hyper 2. It increases damage overall plus 20%. Every 20 enemies killed across flat scales increases attack speed by 3, stacking up to 150. We definitely can use some attack speed increase. We will go with Sealing Blade 3. Ice Bomb reduces enemies' attack speed by 10. Should I do that? I don't know, actually. I'm debating because we also have Summons One Blizzard and Casting Ultimate. Kind of like that a lot. You know, again, if they're overwhelming our gate, we're probably already losing. Let's just go with Overdrive 1. Alright, we can double the number of ice bomb targets, which could be good because theoretically, okay. Mm, maybe not. Blizzard damage frequency might be better. It's doing more damage, and then we have ice bomb explodes 2 times consecutively. Um, that's interesting, isn't it? Okay, we have more ice bombs going off, hopefully. Damage frequency on the blizzard. Let's double the damage frequency. All right, here we have a few different pretty good options, but I think the clear answer is Chain Blade 3. Each basic attack has a 20% chance to trigger 2 fireballs and damage plus 40%. With half Chain Blade 2, I don't know. I don't know if the first part stacks, but certainly the damage plus 40% will. And I like that. So we're going to take it. Right now, Fireball is doing the most damage, followed by Blazing Plume, then Blizzard. I mean, Fireball is doing over half of the damage being dealt at the moment, which the ice is slowing them down, so that's not terribly surprising. Um, we got Chain Blade 2 already. The question is, does the first front stack? Really not sure. I feel like the better bet might be to go with Scatter Shot, increasing the fireball quantity less life. Let's go with that. Alright, now Chain Blade 3 we definitely already have. Shock Burst 3, Fireball deals 120% fire damage to surrounding targets. Seems good. But we also have expands blizzard range and damage plus 40%. Um, Kinda like in 120% fire damage to surrounding targets, though. I mean, if that's every shot, that seems like the way to go. Let's do it. All right, let's see. Blizzard effect duration plus 1 second. Let's look at that again. What have we got going here? We don't really have a lot going with the blizzards yet. Each basic attack has a 20% chance to trigger two fireballs. We already have some stuff with that. How about we just increase the fireball damage by 60%? Is that a good idea? Maybe. Um, yeah, I think. All right, now blizzard effect plus duration plus 1 second and damage plus 20%. We also have Chain Blade 3, but I think the advantage that we would get from Chain Blade 3 at this point, since we already have it, would be the damage plus 40%. It seems quite good though. And we're one away from having an awaken on fire. So maybe that's the right way to go. Yeah, I guess I better go with the fire. Get that get that awaken going. Alright, we could increase the fire plume's target count by 1. Or we could. Okay, detonates trigger chance plus 10%. We don't have detonate right now. So let's do embers. When hitting enemies, it has a 5% chance to leave a burning pool for 5 seconds. 5 seconds is a long time on this. So let's go with burning pools of doom destruction. How's that? Okay, now we have 458 to spend. We don't have any dark damage going on. We do want some luck, however. That's sort of exactly what we're going for. So we'll do the luck. And then why don't we okay, let's see what we have in the way of crit. Okay, our crit rate is terrible. Critical damage will be 150%. Or we could do restores 15 rage per second. I think we can't do restores 15 rage per second because we don't have enough money. Therefore, let's get the crit rate plus 6%. Alright, now enemies continuously lose a percentage of HP when frozen. Seems good. Every 40 enemies killed. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that one. Alright. Um, Spans shot burst range, fire damage plus 10%. Where are we at on the damage right now? So fire is just at the top, hands down. Ice bomb critical rate plus 20% damage plus 20%. Or fire plume has an 80% chance to deal AoE damage. I think we're going to increase our fire damage overall by 10% and expand shot burst range. Shot burst is the one that does 120% fire damage just from targets. So yeah, that seems good. Let's do that. Alright, we can increase our ice damage, we can increase our light damage, or we could give ourselves one extra skill choice. I think the obvious answer there is the extra skill choice. Now, we can expand Blizzard's range and increase damage by 20%, or we can have Fire Plume bounce one time when hitting enemies inflicted with burning and increase damage by 20%. I think we're going to expand Blizzard's range actually increase damage by 20%. Because that is damage across the board, not just damage for that particular skill. Alright, now we have these three. We've got Ice Bomb, reduces enemies' attack speed by 15. Ice damage increase 3, increases ice damage by 70%. Or Overdrive 3, summons one blizzard when casting the ultimate, and damage plus 40%. This is overall damage again plus 40%. Not to be confused with simple ice damage, which is very low comparatively. So let's get the overall damage plus 40%. Whether the other thing stacks or not doesn't really matter too much because we can increase our damage, and that's a good thing to do. We're on wave 10 right now, if anybody's keeping track. We could increase the number of fireballs that we have, or every 20 enemies killed across all skills increases attack speed by 3. I think we already have that. Right here we do. Fire Plume reduces enemies' defense and magic resistance. That's a very good thing too. So quantity plus 1 though is beating me because of the fireball. If it was not the fireball, I might not choose it. I might have gone with the other thing, but more fireballs is good, you know? We're up to a decent number of fireballs going out, and I like it. Okay. Overdrive, we don't have yet. And that's, reducing the cooldown on fireballs is going to be the answer here. So, let's do that. More fireballs for the win. Maybe. Who knows? Get up to level 20, we're doing good enough. Alright, now that's interesting. See, we already have Shock Burst 3. I don't think there'd be any reason for Shock Burst 2 to stack with it, right? So let's assume not. We've got Expansion 2 on the Ice Bombs. And that feels like a good plan. It gives us damage plus 20% across the board and expands Ice Bomb's range. Ice Bomb is, it's fine. Let's do that. Go with it. All right, now we have a chance to purchase again. We have 626 gold this time. We could get more refreshes. We could get dark damage that will do us no good, or light damage that will do us no good. Or we could get has a 10% chance to inflict burning for 5 seconds when dealing damage. We already have that, right? So would that do us any further good? I feel like it wouldn't. So I feel like we skip this one and hope for a better luck next time. All right. We've got Regeneration 1, which causes Vibrant to bounce when saving enemies inflicted with burning. We already have that. Blizzard Chain Blade. Basic attack is a chance to summon one blizzard. Damage plus 20%. Increasing damage is never bad. And we don't have that yet. Singe 2. Fire damage has a chance to inflict burning. Fire damage plus 10%. We already have that. And so the thing that I'm certain that it would increase to get that would be the fire damage plus 10%. But Blizzard Chain has overall damage plus 20%, so let's get that. Okay, here we have some things that either can increase our Blizzard or it can increase our Frostbolt. Increases all skills damage dealt to targets inflicted with Winter's Bite and Freeze by 30%. Now that seems like a good choice. Next we have Ice Bomb Crit Hit, restores an extra 5% rage. Okay, Ice Bomb Crit Hit restores an extra 5% rage. That's cool. Can be triggered up to 1 time every second. And then we have doubles the number of Ice Bomb targets. I really think Chill is the way to go here. This is all skills damage increases if something's inflicted by Winter's Bite. We have a potion doing Winter's Bite. So that feels like the right way to go. We also have, yeah, I like it. Let's do it. Okay. Now, Fireball deals 120% damage to surrounding targets. We already have that. Damage increase 1, Fire Plume damage plus 40%, or we have Ice Bomb crit rate plus 20% and damage plus 40%. We don't have crit hit 3 at all, and either of these things would stack either way. So let's enhance crit hit 3. All right, we're on wave 14 of the moon at the moment. All right. Expansion 1 expands Blizzard's range. We already have that. I think that'll continue to work though. Expanding is one of those things that does seem to stack. Overdrive 1, during the ultimate, reduces the required number of Ice Bomb triggers by 1. Okay, so it would be every... Okay, that's cool. That's cool. And then during the ultimate, Fire Plume quantity plus 1. Fire Plume quantity. So that's the damage dealer. I mean, any of these are nice. I think, because, interesting. I think I would reduce the required number of Ice Bomb triggers, maybe. I'm not sure. It's a tough call, really. Maybe the right way to go, though. Let me see here. Gonna go back over this. See, expansion 1 could also be good on the Blizzard thing, right? It's a tough call. I'm gonna go with expansion. Man, second guessing this. know what? I think we're gonna do is refresh. We haven't done that in a little while. Okay. Now we've got expand shock burst range, which is kind of cool. We already have Blizzard Chill 2. Or will we have, which one do we have? We have Blizzard Chill 1, actually. One assumes that the percentage that they lose is higher if we get Blizzard Chill 2, but we don't really know that. Chain Blade 2, each basic attack has a chance to trigger one ice bomb and damage plus 20%. Hmm. Shock Burst range is good. Chain Blade 2 is also good. Um, we already have Chain Blade 2. So, let's expand Shock Burst range some more. That seems like a good idea. Alright, now we've got Chain Blade 2 again. We already have that one. It would still increase the damage by 20% for sure. We have Blizzard Chill 1, Sealing Blade 1, Ice Bomb reduces enemies' attack speed by 5. And I didn't pick that up. I don't love it. I'm actually going to get the Chain Blade 2 again just to get that extra 20% damage. See how this looks over here. So we have Fireball at the top still, and it's doing the vast majority of the damage. But Blizzard is a distant second, and Blazing Plume is tied with it now. So Blizzard is overtaking Blazing Plume. Alright. With Ember 2, enemies damaged by burning have a chance to leave burning pools upon death, and fire damage plus 10%. So we already have the base of that. Regeneration 1, Fire Plume bounces one time when hitting enemies inflicted with burning. We already have that. Detonate 2, Fire Plume has an 80% chance to deal AoE damage. We don't have that. So, question becomes, do we want Ember 2 to get the fire damage plus 10%? Or do we want Fire Plume to deal AoE damage? I think fire damage overall plus 10 is going to be the better way to go there. Fire Plume is not doing great anyway, so we need that. So Chain Blade triggers one extra fireball with each basic attack. That seems good. Slow on the Fire Plume. Inflict slow on enemies every time they take Fire Plume's damage. Slow is good. And Singe doubles burning damage. Now, I wonder if we can see how much burning damage we have over here. It doesn't really look like it, so we don't really know exactly how much we have. I think, all things considered, probably need more fireballs. I mean, fireballs, more fireballs seems like the way to go. We're doing 80% of the damage with fireballs. We get 150% AoE fire damage across the entire battlefield every 20 seconds of meteor rain. That's probably good. Yeah. Alright, so Chainblade 2. We already have Chainblade 2. So the only advantage to that would be that damage plus 20%. Giant Burst 2 expands Shock Burst range and fire damage plus 10%. And then Blizzard Chain Blade 1. We already have 2 of that, so we wouldn't get anything from that. The damage plus 20% is nice on Chain Blade 2, but I'd rather expand Shock Burst range and also bump up that fire damage a little bit. Now we can get Luck plus 5, which goes with our theme. We can get Ice damage plus 20, or we can get Ice damage plus 20. I can't remember exactly how good increasing our luck was, because I didn't write it down, and my memory is that of a goldfish. But I feel like, considering that the ice damage is very low on the list of what's doing damage here, I'm going to go with luck plus 5. I think that increases things in a good way. We're at 54 luck, whatever that means. Okay. We could increase our dark damage, which would do nothing. We could increase our ice mastery, which is good. Um, Now I see this freeze potion is a large one. It has a 20% chance to inflict Winter's Bite and dealing damage, which seems like it's better than what we had before. So let's definitely get the Winter's Bite and the Ice Mastery +1. The question is, do we also want to go ahead and get the Refreshes +1? Because if I get that, then I almost may as well get the Dark Damage +30 just to clear it and see if we get anything else. We would only have a chance to get one more thing, really. So it's a question to do or not to do this. Another option would be we could refresh the screen using a refresh, and that may be the better way to go. So we still have a lot left to spend. Let's do it. Refresh. All right. We could increase our light damage by 30, which would be useless. Get 2 refreshes. Get our crit rate up, or Fireball has a chance to split into Ice Bomb, and Ice Bomb has a chance to split into Fireball. Each Fire Mastery or Ice Mastery increases attack by 20. That was the right way to go, because that's what we need. Alright, so we get that, and then we'll go ahead and get our crit rate +3 as well. Alright, now, good to go on that. We skip. And then we see what happens. Alright, we've got Overdrive Blowout 2. During the ultimate, it has a chance to trigger 2 consecutive fireballs and damage +20%. Now, I know that we've seen that. We apparently don't actually have it. I must have chosen something else. Expansion expands Ice Bomb's range, which is, of course, useful. And critical hit 1 increases the crit rate of Ice Bomb by 20%. Feels like Overdrive Blowout 2 is the clear choice here. During the ultimate, it has a chance to trigger 2 consecutive fireballs and damage +20%. Alright, now we've got Blizzard has a chance to trigger Ice Cone Pursuit. Enemies damaged by burning have a chance to leave burning pools we already have. Scatter Shot increases the quantity of fireballs +1 and the damage +20%. Um, we don't have Ice Spike 3 or any of the Ice Spikes. Pursuing the guys is probably going to be helpful. Not so much because of the damage, but just for trying to slow the guys down a bit, you know? And so it feels like that might be the way to go. Even though I want to increase my fireball quantity +1 and my damage +20. It's a tough call, really. I'm going to go with Ice Spike 3 instead. Hateful though it is. Alright. Now, we've got more potions to purchase. We've got 886 to purchase with. I sure wish I had that 1,125 because reducing meteor range cooldown would be phenomenal. Don't have it though. Dark damage +30 does us no good. Refreshes +2 is nice. Ice Mastery, sure, let's get some Ice Mastery. And we're gonna get those. I think maybe I get the refreshes now. Maybe I don't. I've still got 5 left. So let's just skip and save our coins for next time. Okay, we've got Wrath. Ice Bomb critical hit restores an extra 5% rage. Can be triggered every 1 time every second. Overdrive, ultimate effect duration +10%, and that's on this Frostbolt. Okay. During the ultimate, increases crit rate by 30%. Then we have Frost Shield. After 60 enemies are killed across all skills, grants a shield to the city wall. During the shield period, it has a chance to inflict freeze on enemies when being hit. You know, I wish I knew what that chance was. That would be very, very helpful. It's all going to be ice stuff. Um, so let's go ahead and go with the Frost Shield. I know I say it for being overwhelmed to being overwhelmed. I stand by it, but nonetheless, I'm going to take it when I can. Alright, Ice Dominion deals 100% ice damage to enemies across the battlefield and inflicts freeze for 2 seconds. Cooldown 20 seconds. Very nice, I like it. Alright, so we got some freezing going on here. Got some fire and ice all over the board. Okay, Blizzard has a chance to trigger Ice Cone Pursuit. We have, I think I clicked that, right? Ice Sprint. Yes, I have Ice Sprint 3. Blizzard Extension 3 increases the duration of the Blizzard fight by 1 second and damage plus 40%. Yeah, we're gonna take that. Blizzard Extension 3 for the game. Currently on wave 22. Alright, we got Fire Plume damage plus 60%. Each basic attack has a chance to trigger an Ice Bomb and damage plus 20%. Or basic attack has a chance to summon one Blizzard and damage plus 40%. So as to Chain Blade, this is Chain Blade 2. Not to be confused with Blizzard Chain Blade 2. Let's go down to this. There it is, Chain Blade 2. We have it. Okay. So we have Chain Blade 2, we have Blizzard Chain Blade 2, and we could increase our fire plume damage plus 60%. Let's increase our damage plus 40% instead with Blizzard Chain Blade 3. Let's see what we can see here. If we can see anything. Movement speed minus 50%. Stacks up to 3 times. Alright. That's the Winter's Bite up there at the top. We expect only one stronger than the current still effect the same attribute. When reaching 3 stacks, inflicts freeze on the target for 2 seconds. Does not apply to target equipped with freeze, obviously. Now we can get reduces meteor range cooldown. We like that. Let's get it. Alright, we have 586 left. And let's go with increasing the luck by 12, because that was the basis for what we're doing here. So let's go ahead. We have 211 left. Alright, we've got Blizzard Chill 1, which enemies can continuously lose a percentage of HP when frozen, which we already have that. Expansion 3 expands Ice Bomb's range and damage plus 40%. Both of those effects will stack, I believe. Chain Blade 2, each basic attack has a chance to trigger one Ice Bomb and damage plus 20%. Well, let's go with Expansion 3. I think that's the clear answer here. Alright, now we can increase our dark damage that we don't have by 20%, increase our luck by 5, and increase our gold by 200. Let us increase our luck by 5. That is the direction I've been going with this after all. Alright, now we've got damage increase 2 increases fire flames damage by 60%. Quantity 2 increases ice bomb quantity by 1 and damage across the board by 20%. During the ultimate, reduces cooldown by 1 second and increases damage by 20%. And that's, okay, let me look at this. Cooldown is 5 seconds. Oh, that's very, very good. I'm going to have to get the overdrive too. No doubt about it. Alright, we got a warning. Incoming boss. Now, feeling okay about that. Here we have Fire Plume Blizzard Potion. Enemies in the blizzard immediately split Fire Plume, taking Fire Plume damage. Each point of luck increases the hero's damage against enemies by 10%. Grants 400 gold for every 50 luck, triggering once every 3 minutes. Wow. Okay. I guess I'm gonna get that. Okay, then we have... Probably we want to get the crit rate plus 6%. That seems smart. What else might I want to? Could increase attack, could increase refreshes, or we could just skip. Um, maybe. Okay, our luck is at 5, so we shouldn't need as many refreshes. So maybe we don't get that. Could get the attack potion. Um, we're about to get theoretically a significant amount more gold, so let's go ahead and just get the attack potion. Call it a day. Keep going. Alright, Ice Bomb reduces enemies' attack speed by 15. We already have one of the lower qualities of that. Expansion 2 expands blizzard's range and damage plus 20%. Both of those things should stack. Regeneration 2, Fire Flame balances. That won't matter, I don't think. And damage plus 20. So let's go ahead and get expansion 2 on that blizzard. We were tied on the light, or on the fire and ice mastery point, so if they want to that. But now we've slipped ahead with ice. On wave 31 at the moment. Alright, we can increase our ice bomb quantity by 1 and damage plus 40%. We can drain the ultimate fire plume quantity plus 1 and damage plus 40%. Or, number 2, enemies damaged by burning have a chance to leave behind burning pools of, upon death and fire damage plus 10%. Okay, so Fireball itself is doing 66% of our damage. Blazing Plume is low. I think increasing damage overall by 40% is clearly the answer here. Do we want to increase our Fire Plume quantity by 1, or do we want to increase our Ice Bomb quantity by 1? Feels like Ice Bomb is the way to go. The overdrive only happens during the ultimate. The quantity 3 just increases it. Let's do it. Okay, Ice Bomb crit hit restores an extra 5% rage. This effect can be triggered up to 1 time every 1 second. Doubles the number of Ice Bomb targets, which could be a good thing. Or Overdrive, ultimate effect duration plus 10 seconds, increases the ultimate, or during the ultimate, increases crit rate by 30%. I don't know, it's a tough one, really. Let's double the number of targets. Cody says, I sent you a promo code in your DM on Watchers. Very nice. Thank you very much, Cody. I'll check it out as soon as possible. Each Fire Master increases ice damage. Each Ice Master increases fire damage. That seems fairly, like a fairly obvious good thing to get. Let's get it. Light damage is useless to us. Refreshes plus 2 is always nice. Attack plus 20. Let's do both. Let's get the refreshes and the attack. Now we just bought 2 refreshes. Do I want to use any of them right now? We're on wave 32 at the moment. Yeah, let's refresh. We've got 622 left to spend. All right. We can only get one of these. So attack plus 60, refreshes plus 3, restores 15 rage per second, or luck plus 12. I like these. Which one do I want though? Feels like I really want all of them. I wish I could remember exactly what that luck thing did. It seems like that's a pretty good one. And we've got a couple of things that are stacking with luck. Um, every 50 points of luck, we get something more too from that. I like restores 15 rage per second. I'm gonna do the luck plus 12 and then skip. Cody says he's got to go to sleep at 20 a.m. for. Yeah, it's about 12 for me, but I feel your pain here. Um, have a good night, boo. Alright, we could increase dark damage by 20%, which is useless, or we could increase attack by 10. And we can either increase the common monster's attack or defense. Let's go for increasing their attack. Again, if our prince is getting hit, something's probably wrong. Runway 33, I think. Alright, we've got Sealing Blade 1, which reduces an enemy's attack speed by 5, damage 1, fire damage has a chance to inflict burning. Or Ember 3, enemies damage by burning their chance to leave burning pools upon death. The only thing that's really going to help us here is this fire damage plus 20%. So let's go for that. Alright, so far so good. We're about halfway, almost halfway to the next level, which will be level 38. Alright, we already have, okay. This says has a 20% chance to inflict dark burning and damage. Is that what I have, or do I have chance to inflict burning? I'm uncertain. I'm gonna grab it. We can increase our critical damage by 20%. How often are we critting? Crit rate is 20%. That's not too bad. Alright. All things considered, I'm just gonna get all three of these and see what's on the next page. Alright. Ah. Well. That's really good. I wish that I had 1,125 coins left. Because this Blizzard Potion significantly increases luck and converts 100% to AoE damage increase. Man, alright. We already have the Freeze Potion. We could increase our single target damage plus 10%, I suppose. And we'll get our refreshes plus 2, or do I? Yeah, I do. Let's do it. Skip. And then let's see if we made the right choice or not. Just depends. You know, if things start coming at us, we'll know it's the wrong one. Alright, during ultimate reduces the required number of ice bomb triggers by 1. That's overdrive 1. Do I have anything of that nature? I don't have that yet, so if it becomes necessary, I can get that. Fire plume damage plus 20% every 40 enemies killed. Increases fire plume's damage by 10%, stacking to 600%. Singe 3, fire damage has a chance to inflict burning and fire damage plus 20%. Well, let's look at this again. Blizzard is actually eking its way up toward Fireball. Still not there, but between the two, they're doing very well. No matter what I choose, it'll increase the other thing too, so that's something to be considered. Fire plume damage is negligible. I'm gonna go with Singe 3. We're gonna increase fire damage plus 20%. Slow inflicts slow on enemies every time they take fire plume's damage. That's cool. Infinite fire plume's target count plus 1, and assassin damage dealt to elite monsters or bosses plus 30%. Well, I think that seems like a good thing. Let's increase the damage dealt to elite monsters or bosses. Those are the ones that are harder to take care of, especially when you have area damage going around like this. The common monsters aren't really the issue. It's those elites that are more of a problem. So we're on wave 39. Got another boss incoming, but our damage should be pretty good on that. Okay, so this was the Blizzard Potion that I missed out on earlier and wanted. Let's go ahead and grab that. Then can get refreshes +3. We can get AE damage +10. Dark Burn Potion has a chance to inflict Dark Burn. We already have that. I'm pretty sure. So let's get AoE damage +10. And then skip and save our coins for the next time. Okay, chance to pursue. Ice Bomb quantity +1 and damage +20. Both of those stat. Chain Blade would increase our damage overall by 40. But I feel like increasing our quantity of Ice Bomb +1 and also damage +20 is going to be ultimately better. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. Damage across the board +40 would be the better way. Man, that's a hard call. Ice Bomb quantity +1. Okay, that increases our attack speed, but that's not specific to this. That's across all skills. Um, okay. I guess I'll go with Chain Blade 3 for this. Physical damage +20 doesn't do as much good. Fire damage +20 would be very good. So we can increase the common monster's defense +20, or some common monsters HP +100%. Let's increase all common monsters defense +20 for the next 3 waves. I think that would be a good. Hopefully, we'll see. We're on wave 41. Nope, wave 42. Just to let you know where that stands. Alright, we can get Ice Mastery +1, Refreshes +2, AoE damage +20, or Fire damage +10%. Let's start with Fire damage +10%. Let's get Ice Mastery +1. Actually, let's just get all of these because AoE damage +20%. Yeah, sure. Let's do it. Alright. Light damage +30% is not useful. 10% chance to inflict Quitter's Bite when dealing damage. We already have. Refreshes +1 or Luck +4. Let's get Luck +4. And then let's get Refreshes +1 and then Refresh with 1. Okay, we can get Ice damage +30%. And then Fire damage. Yeah, Fire damage +20%. Sure. Seems good. And then skip. Alright, let's see here. Fire damage +10%. Fire plume damage +60%. Every 20 enemies killed across all skills increases attack speed by 3. Second plume 50. Pretty sure I already have that. Maybe not. I do. I have Reaper 2. So the chance to inflict burning, I already have that with Singe. And we have Singe 3. Fire plume +60%. Our fire plume is doing a tiny amount of damage, and increasing it by 60% is not going to be mind-blowing enough here. So, increasing fire damage across the board by 10% is, yeah, that's gonna be the better way to go here. Runway 46 at the moment. Alright, we can get refreshes plus 3, dark damage plus 10%, light damage plus 20%, or attack plus 20%. It's not great. I suppose I will do attack plus 20. I will get the refreshes plus 3, and then I will use one of those to refresh. Fire Mastery plus 1. We can get ice damage plus 10. Now, do I want to get the refreshes plus 2 is the other question. I don't think I need them. At least, no, I'm going to skip it. Save up those coins for a moment. Now, we could do Blizzard cooldown minus 1 second. That's very good. 8 seconds is it's where it starts at. I don't think I have anything decreasing it at the moment. So it's at 8 seconds for Blizzard right now. Ice Bomb damage increasing by 60% isn't going to matter a great deal. So I would rather get that Blizzard cooldown going and get those utilities running. Alright, we could increase our gold by 200, dark damage by 20%, which would do nothing, or light damage by 20%, which would also do nothing. So I guess we're going to go with gold, and their movement speed is going to increase. Hopefully our slow is going to keep that in check anyway. We're on wave 50 at the moment. Alright, so we've got refreshes plus 3, attack plus 20, 20% chance to inflict dark burn when dealing damage, which I think we already have. Light damage plus 30. Okay, so we'll get refreshes plus 3 and attack plus 20. Then we refresh. Now, we already have, I think we have both of those. I'm not really certain. Can't remember all of the choices made, unfortunately. Let's get attack speed plus 30, and then refresh. We can get fire damage plus 10%. Attack plus 60. One refresh, and then you refresh. Okay. Well, that's interesting. Let's get ice damage plus 10, fire damage plus 10, and fire mastery plus 1. Alright, good enough. We can increase our ice bomb quantity by 1, decrease blizzard cooldown by 1 second, and increase damage across the board by 20%. Summon 1 blizzard when casting the ultimate means increase damage by 20%. So let's decrease our blizzard cooldown by 1 second and increase our damage by 20%. We're one away from getting another awakened skill on ice and 2 away on fire. Alright, as though I asked for it, we have an ice mastery +1, so let's grab that. Let's just get each of these things actually, because we got crit damage +30, single target damage +10, and refreshes +3 down through life. See, the thing is, I could either use a refresh and not buy the refreshes +3, or I could grab it. You know, with as little gold as I have, let's just refresh and not grab that. Alright. Um, Ice damage +20%. AoE damage +10%. And then what? 15 rage per second? Sure, let's do that. And let's go. Ice Bomb explodes 2 times consecutively. Ultimate effect duration +10%, and during the ultimate increases crit rate by 30%, or Ice Bomb crit hit restores an extra 5% rage. This effect can be triggered up 1 time every 1 second. I guess we go with Wrath on this one. Alright, we can increase our fire damage by 20%, refreshes by 2, or gold by 200. Any of these would be useful. However, probably going to go with the fire damage. Yeah, and I'm going to go with the fire damage by 20%. Alright, we've got Overdrive 2. During the ultimate, reduces the required number of Ice Bomb triggers by 1, damage +20%. That definitely stacks. Then we have Overdrive 2 for the Fire Plume. During the ultimate, Fire Plume quantity +1 and damage +20%. Or Blizzard Extension 2, Blizzard Effect Duration +1% or +1 second, and damage +20%. These are all quite fine, honestly. Okay. I think I'm gonna go for the Blizzard Effect Duration +1% and damage +20%. Let's go with that. These guys are moving on, I think. We're on wave 59 right now, just for those who are wondering how far exactly we've gotten into this thing. Alright, so we have 1,588 to spend. It's looking like I'm going to do ice damage +30, luck +4. I don't need any light damage. Now, thing is, again, we're back to this situation. I could simply refresh it, or I could spend 300 and get these two, or I could get 1 refresh and then use the refresh, but I'd be down 150 points. So I think I'm going to use a refresh at this point. Okay, we can increase light damage by 30, that's lame. Critical damage by 10, 10% chance to inflict dark, burning, dealing damage, or physical damage +30. Critical damage +10% is fine. Let's grab that. And then let's refresh again. Ice damage +30% is good. Okay, everything on this page is good. Down to 913. So let's take the ice damage +30%. And then the fire mastery. And skip. Alright, so it's going well so far. We got another few hundred and then we get a level level up in movies. Alright, we can increase blizzard effect duration by 1 second. Ice damage specifically by 50%, which isn't bad because between blizzard and frostbolt, they're outdoing everything else. Um, no, not true. Fireball and Blazing Plume is doing a little bit more with blizzard and frostbolt is. But again, increasing one thing increases the other, so Fire Plume bounces one time when hitting enemies inflicted with burning and damage plus 40%. Alright, I gotta go with Regeneration 3 just to the damage plus 40% because that's damage across the board, not just to one thing or another. Fire Plume's target count plus 1. Detonates trigger chance plus 10%. I don't have detonate. Inflicts slow on enemies every time they take Fire Plume's damage. Well. Bounces when hitting enemies inflicted with burning, so they're taking it decently often. Target count plus 1 would increase that, but why don't we just slow them down a little bit? Feels reasonable. Alright, now we have 1,333 to spend. We can increase our luck by 12. Increase fire damage by 10. Now we're down to 808. And I think I'm gonna just refresh. So we can increase various things once more. How about we increase attack speed by 30 and crit rate by 10. And let's go. Try to get more of the triggers off the basic attacks by increasing the attack speed is the idea there. Alright, gold plus 200, luck plus 5, or fire damage plus 20%. All of these are good options. We're going to go with fire damage plus 20%. We're on wave 68 at the moment. We've got 2,508 to spend here, so let's get AoE damage plus 30%. We don't need light damage. We could use ice damage plus 20%, so let's get that. Then let's use one of our refreshes. We don't need dark damage. We do need fire damage plus 30%. And we could use another AoE damage plus 30%. Let's refresh again. Down to 8 refreshes now. We already have a burning potion. We don't need light damage. We could use an AoE damage plus 10%, even though it's not a lot. It's 150 coins. We may as well do it. Don't think I care for the rest. Let's just refresh. See what we get next. Fire Mastery, that's good. Refreshes plus 3 is good. Critical damage plus 20 is good. So, I think we'll do Fire Mastery and refreshes plus 3. So running low. And then skip. Starting to make their way a little bit more toward us. Okay, Ice Bomb reduces enemies' attack speed by 10. Ice Bomb damage plus 40. or expands blizzard range damage plus 40. So we want expansion 3 on that because that damage plus 40 and the expands blizzard range both stat. They're still advancing on us, which is unfortunate. We have a long way to go before the next level. Slow creep is bad. But we are on wave 72 of the movement, so we've moved along fairly well here. And with a couple of things that are kind of new because I've never really gone the fire and ice route that I can recall. We got physical damage, refreshes plus 2, or luck plus 5. I think we'll go with luck plus 5 out of those. Alright, now we could increase ice damage by 20%, physical damage by 10, single target by 10, or dark damage by 20. Dark damage is useless, physical damage more. Ice damage plus 20, sure. Single target damage plus 10, sure. Now let's refresh. We could increase our refreshes by 2, physical damage by 20, ice damage by 10, or light damage by 10. Let's get ice damage. And, do I want the refreshes? No, I think not. I think not right now. Refresh. Okay, we can increase single target damage by 30. That seems good. Dark damage is useless. Attack plus 60. Fire damage plus 10. Let's get... Let's get the fire damage. Say, it's a question now, isn't it? What do I do? Could get the attack potion. Or I could refresh and see what's available. I think I refreshed. Let's try that. Alright, we've got ice damage plus 20, critical damage plus 20, single target damage plus 10, or luck plus 8. Let's start with ice damage. What next? What's our crit rate at? Crit rate's at 30%. Let's go with luck. And then single target damage. And skip. We could really use some more AoE damage dragon. Suffering. Suffering terrible. Terrible. Wave 74 at the moment. 75. Definitely creeping forward way too much. Alright. Enemies continuously lose a percentage of HP when frozen. We already have Blizzard Chill. Blizzard, let's see what it is. Blizzard Chill number 1. So this would theoretically be more than that. Ember 1 is Burning Pools. We already have that. And Sealing Blade 3, Ice Bomb reduces enemies' attack speed by 15. What do we have there right now? In the way of Sealing Blades. We didn't get it because it's not really amazing for our purposes, but I suppose we get it now. Sealing Blade 3 it is. Knocking their attack speed down. Which is going to come into play very soon. They're approaching our wall for sure. Okay. Now we have 2,770 to spend. Let's first increase our fire damage by 30% and our attack speed by 30. Let's increase our ice damage by 20% and then refresh. Fire damage plus 10%? Sure. Ice damage plus 10%. Let's buy a refresh and use a refresh. Don't need dark burn potion. Could get our attack speed up by 30. That seems like a good idea. Let's do that. Now what? Now do I use one of my last few refreshes? Do I increase my attack by 60? Don't know. Don't know. Let's do a refresh. Huh. We've got a burning potion and a dark burn potion. I have both of those kinds of potions. I don't know how many. Could increase our attack by 20 or refreshes plus 2. Well, could be better, could be worse. I wish I knew what kind of potions I already have. That would be a cool thing to have. I should write them down. Okay. I think I will get 2 refreshes and refresh with them. Let's get our fire damage plus 20. And, well, okay. Let's do attack plus 40 and restores progress per second. And then skip. It's not great. Things are bad out there. Got our first damage to the wall here. Our barricade is slightly going down. Had a little bit of a shield there for a second. Our shield that we purchased earlier. Now, we can increase our attack by 10. Increase our physical damage by 20. It's not great. Attack plus 10 it is. And my movement speed went up, so it's all going back. Remember how I told you when you start hitting your gate, it's pretty much over? That's where we're at right now. So, 82. As I said, that doesn't really matter. If they reach your gate, you're pretty much done easily. Alright, so wave 82, that's okay. Let's see what it ended up looking like. Fireball was at the top, followed by Blizzard, then Frostbolt, then Blazing Flame. Very good, very fun. Alright. I don't normally get to play them out because I know I'm really in a hurry by the time we get to the zombie invasion, but yeah, I got to actually do that one. It was fun. Alright, let's go to quests. Claim this. Challenge 1 time daily during the event for 10 auto attacks. And close that out. Get out of there and see what's going on with the friends over here. Ah, yes. Let's. Oh, we can't really quit claiming though because we don't have anything. Alright, sub to destined promo. Cool. Sub and then the number 2 destined. I'm going to write that in this chat for you guys. So if you want to claim this code as well, then you certainly can. Sub to destined. Alright. And let's go claim it real quick. I think I go here in settings and then the game code. And I have to type the right key. Sub to destined. Ooh, wow. The finger's on the wrong part of the keyboard. Let's see what it is. Go over here to our handy dandy mailbox. And it is 100 diamonds. Very nice. Let's claim it. Good stuff. Alright. Now, let's check first on Barud over here, who's standing here with stuff. He has upon his person 5 auto fight chances for 20,000 gold. Let's grab that. Got it. Now, oh look. Chrono Dragon promoted the hero Elder to the max grade. Wow. I never heard of Elder either. Alright, we're gonna say congrats on the pulls and promotions. Everyone. Yeah. Had Gotta do a little cheerleading now and then, keep things exciting. All right, now let's check and see what we got going here. 16,390 coins, 5,880 XP potions, a variety of gear, 80 lost legendary trophies, and 40 divine emblems. All right, let's go in there, and then I guess I'll check the mine. All right, in the mine we have 5,200 coins, 3,650 XP potions, 14 stamina, 2 diamonds, 1 auto fight chance for mithril, and 1 random low tier insignia bundle, which we will claim, and it becomes 2 insignia of mages 1. Very nice. So that was in there. And then I think I better start moving toward bed, folks. It has been a pleasure streaming with you all and chatting with you all. Hope you got some use out of that code that Cody shared with us. Hopefully, I will see you guys tomorrow. If you're not following me yet, be sure to follow me and turn on notifications so that you can see next time I go live. Hopefully, I will see you all then. Have a good night.